we all set here. It's 9 o'clock. All right? Great. I'm going to call to order a special magistrate hearings. It's 9 a.m. Wednesday, November 16th, 2022. Before I do that, I just want to call everyone's attention. We do have a law enforcement officer in the back just to help keep order. I have never had an incident or anything along those lines, but he has a great purpose here, and that's to help us move these things along in cases and hear what you have to say. So, officer, if you'd like to say something, please.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for your attendance and for being here on time. If you can silence all your cell phones, keep your conversations, please, to a minimum. If you have to speak to your seatmate, that's fine. Just those are whispers, so don't interrupt the proceedings. When your case gets called, come up to the podium. Please make sure you adjust the microphone up and down to get yourself put on record. At the completion of your case, after the magistrate makes his final decision, make sure you see the clerks to get your paperwork, and then you're free to leave. Thank you for being here.
It almost put me out of business. I'll have to make a shorter statement maybe, but I have a suggested opening statement here. Thank you, officer. What I'm going to do is make a opening statement and just some of what the gentleman has just said, and then so that you have an idea how these hearings are going to occur. Thank you for being here today. Obviously, turn off your cell phones and to avoid interrupting the proceedings. In all issues that come before me, we ask that everyone show mutual respect for one another by listening quietly to each person speaking, and that everyone refrain from any clapping, heckling, or verbal outbursts in favor of or in opposition to a speaker. Just note that while these are public hearings, this is not the town commission. So what I usually do and will do is, if you come up here and testify and you have a statement to make in reference to the case, you're free to do so. On the other hand, if you're here to, make any attacks on things generally, that's another ball game. It's not really a gray area, but that's not what these hearings are here for. Anyway, as a special magistrate, the purpose is to give any alleged violators the opportunity to contest the decision of the code enforcement officer, which resulted in the issuance of this civil violation notice. These hearings are what's called quasi-judicial, and that means that I'm a magistrate. I'm not a judge. We're not in court. I'm not a circuit court judge. I'm not a county court judge. I do act like a judge in the sense that I'm a trier of fact to determine whether or not there are violations of the code, violations of the code of town of Pembroke Park, and to hear any contradictory arguments presented by the alleged violators. Obviously, these hearings are open to the public. It is required that all persons who testify to the facts in case be placed under oath, including the code enforcement officers, which I'll do momentarily. These hearings will not be conducted in accordance with the formal rules of evidence and witnesses. Any relevant evidence will be admitted if I find it to be competent and reliable, regardless of the existence of any common law or statutory rule to the contrary. All documentary evidence must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code enforcement officer submits a copy for the hearing file. That means if you have any documentary evidence, give it to the code officer first. If you refer to it, then it needs to be placed into the record for me to consider it. Each party shall have the right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter is not covered in direct examination, to impeach any witnesses regardless of which party first called him to testify, and to rebut the evidence against him or her. It is my responsibility, after I listen to both sides, to make findings of fact based on the evidence of record. The fact-finding determinations by the special magistrate are limited to whether the alleged violation occurred and if so, whether the person named in the civil violation notice can be held responsible for that violation. I may also modify the decision or recommendation of the code enforcement officers as to the time for correction contained in the civil violation notice, even though said time is rebuttably presumed to be reasonable. I have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties, civil fines on a per diem level or a flat amount, to issue orders having the force of law, to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code enforcement officer's decision, I must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant code section of the code of the town of Pembroke Park as charged. If I affirm the decision of the code inspector, my order will specify the amount of the civil penalty, the administrative costs of the hearing of not less than $100 if assessed, and I usually always do that because it takes time and money to get these things heard, and the date by which the violation must be corrected to prevent any resumption of continuing violation penalties, if any. Any aggrieved party, including the city, may appeal a final order of the magistrate to the Circuit Court of Appeals. Such appeal shall not be a hearing de novo, but shall be limited to the appellate review of the record and the evidence created before the magistrate. An appeal shall be filed within 30 days of the issuance of the order, ought to be overturned. If you are found guilty of the civil violation charge, as I mentioned before, you will be assessed an administrative fee of $100. The city representative will present their case first, then the alleged violator will present their case after. I will consider the evidence and render a decision after all arguments are heard. It's not unusual to have what are called mitigations, abatements, requests for reduction of fine. There are a bunch of those on here. I'll hear in order of the way the city calls them. The city that has the authority to reduce them a percentage, not always, but they usually do that around 80% or 85%, unless the violations are so egregious or irrevocable, in which case they don't have to be reduced. I have some authority to reduce them further, but keep in mind that I can also increase them. So when you get up here, it's not a given that it'll go the way it's recommended, depending on the circumstances. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and swear in all witnesses who will testify under oath. If you are going to testify, please stand and raise your right hand and repeat and affirm if you can. If you don't want to stand, you don't have to stand. Just stay seated and raise your right hand. Swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, if you could affirm. If you could affirm that, please. Thank you. And the other thing is I will go ahead and roll call. I should have done that earlier, but I like to go quickly. Sometimes I just do it off of memory. Go ahead and state your name, and then we'll go forward.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer JOSELINE RAMIREZ, present.
Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon, present.
Code Officer Lisa Cannon, present.
Oh, you. Yeah.
Warner Chavez, Records Clerk.
And do like this gentleman did when he got up at the mic, and as the officer said, if you're short like me, you may have to bring it down. We won't hold that against you. Okay. Harry Hippler, Special Magistrate. Any adoption?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I just
yeah.
two more people.
Oh, sorry. Did I forget someone? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Mary Building Clerk. Don't worry.
There you go.
And
Whatever.
I believe the town attorney was here. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay, she stepped out.
Go ahead. Okay, if I've forgotten anybody, not the people that are going to be testifying, staff and myself, go ahead. Here's the town attorney, and she's going to check in now. She's very important.
We were doing roll call, so if you could state your name for the record.
Melissa Anderson, Town Attorney.
Yeah.
Tries to do many things at once, so you'll see her popping in and popping out. Welcome.
Thank you.
That's okay. If I need to adopt any previous hearings, I'll do that, or I'll sign off them at the prior hearings and whatever they are. Okay, I'll adopt the prior rulings and the hearings that I made in the prior hearing that I had, I think, 2 months ago. Okay, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and call the cases as you see fit. Thank you.
Actually, we had some changes to the agenda, so I'd like to state those.
Oh, please go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, so I'd like to add 2 cases for an abatement of fine. That's case 6184 and 6546. Also for case 6548, let me find it in the agenda. That's on section 9.3. Case 6548 will be postponed to the December 21st hearing.
Okay,
And that's all the changes. I believe Officer Richwagon has some changes too.
great.
Yes, Mr. Magistrate, agenda item 15.6, case 6169 is now in compliance. Agenda item 15.9, case 7229 is now in compliance. That concludes it for me, and I believe Code Officer Lisa Cannon has one. All right. Never mind.
Okay, I see a new face there, a new code officer, or relatively new.
Yes.
Or I could have overlooked it. Welcome. Great. Okay, go ahead to call the cases as you want.
Okay, we have 2 attorney present, and we have Attorney Hendon. He was first. We're gonna hear case 6184, and let me find it in the agenda for you.
I think it's 10.7 and 8. Yeah,
10.7 on the agenda.
Great. Yes, sir, please.
Morning.
Your name, just for the record, good morning.
John Hendon of Hendon, McLean, and Arbiter for the respondent Gino O'Toole. Good morning, Mr. Hippler.
Great, good morning.
All right.
What's up?
So, hang on, I just
ahead.
like to present my case first. All right. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Joseline Ramirez, property owner O'Toole Edwin and Jean Marie, site address 211 John P. Lyons Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of hearing was sent via email November 7, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $34,000 and abate it to reduce it to 85% of the fine. And that's a total of $5,234. That includes the administration fee and the recording lien fee.
Okay, you're
Okay,
up. There you go.
We're here on 2 cases, but we'll take that one first. And that way I don't have to repeat myself for the second case. As you recall, Magistrate, I'm representing respondent Jean O'Toole. She's seated over here to my left. So that's Miss O'Toole. She's 90 now, Sean? Is that correct? 88. I'm sorry, Jean. I didn't want to give you 2 years. Magistrate, what happened is Jean and her husband Edwin have owned this property since 1972. When they bought it, it was off a dirt road next to a tallow plant that stunk to high heaven, an abandoned go-kart track, and abandoned oil. They've been operating their seal coating business there for 50 years. Somebody stole the car, left it on their property, set it on fire, and it not only burned the car up, but damaged a wooden fence. And that attracted the town, and that resulted in these notices. And where the kind of the failure came is we never contested that the town didn't properly serve Miss O'Toole. Because of where Miss O'Toole is in her life, it kind of went under the radar until her children discovered what was happening. One of them is here, Sean O'Toole. He owns Aero Asphalt. He's been here his whole life, born and raised. And then I appeared, unfortunately, not at the hearing to contest the facts in the case, but at the hearing to certify the liens. And there were some allegations in the code case about structures that have been there for 30, 40, 50 years that allegedly were built without permits, and there were some maintenance issues. We concede to that. But we missed the boat somewhat. I talked to my client, look, an appeal, tough, expensive, you're going to spend a lot of money on me. Let's try to work with the town and correct these violations. And we did, as Ms. Ramirez just testified, spent a lot of money on me to be here twice now, $3,200 in permit fees. They removed a lot of items from this property that they believe were properly permitted. It had been there for 30 years. This wooden fence, they just took it out. A canopy that had been there, they just took it out. Awnings that had been there, again, all of this for decades. They've had occupational licenses for decades. You know, they just took it out. It was just, that was my advice, so they did it all. And the last of it was done, I think, yesterday. And I've been communicating with Officer Ramirez. She is courteous, a professional. I have nothing but positive things to say about Officer Ramirez. She's been working with us and again, true professional. And I've done this for a long time. My partner Barry Weber and I were the town attorneys for the town of Davie for 20 years. I was the code enforcement prosecutor for 15 years, back when there were code boards. You can thank your job for us, Mr. Hippler, because we drafted the first ordinance in South Florida to convert Davie from a code board to a special magistrate, and then all the cities followed. So, because it's just much more efficient, we believe, than 11 individuals from the city trying to decide these cases. That was burdensome for everybody. Yes. So at any rate, and I understand the way this works, and as we all know here, the purpose of code enforcement, and I see Pembroke Park understands that, is to encourage compliance. It's not a revenue collecting method. I'm saying that for everybody in the audience. It's here to cause compliance with the codes. And again, yes, time slipped away, and that's because my respondent, my client, is 88 years old. And once her kids became aware of all of this, they immediately jumped in. Sean's been working, and he spent a lot of money to comply with what the town has said. So now we're here, and I understand this costs time and money. I've made that argument for many, many years at the town of Davie. So we understand that, and we believe the town of Pembroke Park should be compensated. And again, we've paid $3,200 in permit fees to take these stuff out with these demolition permits. So what we would ask, we're here basically pleading for mercy on the court, even though I understand you're not a judge. We would ask, we want to cover the town's costs. We would ask that each of these mitigated amounts be reduced by 50%. So the $5,200 would come down to $2,617, and I'm going to make the argument in the next case that is on the agenda. The $97.49 would come down to $48.74.50. We believe that will beyond make the town of Pembroke Park whole, together with all the permit fees that we've paid. It will be less of a burden on Ms. O'Toole. And by the way, I haven't hid this from Officer Ramirez. This property is under contract. There's some other issues we need to discuss because the buyer wants to do what my client's been doing for 50 years and run an asphalt seal coating business, which has an occupational license and all of that. So we need to resolve this because I'm sure that's going to come up in their lien search, and we want to do it for a reasonable amount of money. And that's the end of my speech, so I don't take too much time from you or everyone else.
Okay, no, you did fine. The here's installation made to comply site plan building. So I remember the case. I remember your excellent argument beforehand and the like. So the total amount for one of these cases is what, 48,000?
Well, the first case.
Well, the first, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Ms. Ramirez. If you
The
want.
first case is a total of 34,000, and we're reducing it by 85%, including the admin fee and the recording lien fee is a total of 5,234.
Okay.
Now, for the following case, case 6546.
That one was 48,000.
48,1, 48,50.
Yeah, yes.
And they reduced it to 97.49. And
Yes.
then my request was to cut both of those numbers in half to 26.17 and 48.74.50, which my client will promptly pay to get these liens satisfied so they can sell this property.
What was the amount again?
I asked for 50% reduction on 6546 to 48.74.50. That was an 80% reduction, magistrate, because it was a repeat violation. But again, Ms. O'Toole was not really aware of what was going on. We're not claiming she wasn't served. She was. And it wasn't until I got her sons involved and her daughter that we said, wow, this has been going on. We need to get this done now. And we did.
All right, it's up or you want to list it for sale, or if it's under contract?
Yes, sir.
What's the city's position? I know it's 85%.
We have a standard for everybody to keep it fair for everyone.
Yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna have each of these reduced from the 85%. And there are, I guess, unique circumstances due to age. Perhaps financial circumstances are not applicable here, I assume,
No, sir.
for age. I'm going to go with the 85% one that you were, I'm going to go with 90% reduction.
Okay.
So, okay, which will be whatever number it is.
That's for case 6184.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be 10% of 34,000, which is 3,400.
Plus
Okay.
the costs, if it was the $100 or whatever I want to,
Yeah, plus $100.
Yeah,
So
okay.
3,500.
Okay.
Okay, that's on 6.
Hang on a second.
If I'm calculating right, Ms. Ramirez, please, please check. I'm a lawyer. Math was not my best subject in college, right?
That's right.
Yes.
So the total would be 3,539.
539, okay,
Okay.
3539. And then in the next case, it was 80%, we would ask for the same 90% reduction.
I'm going to go with the 90%.
Okay, so that would
Right
take
here.
it down to,
You were candid about everything and, age.
I thank you, Special
That's
Magistrate.
okay. I wonder what they're eating or drinking to live that long. But
Yes,
you're
yes.
you're definitely not lawyers.
Yes. There's a reason we don't live long, we
Well,
know
I'll go
that.
with 90 because
Thank you.
there's no standard, it's discretionary, but considering, didn't really impact the community, it's been a long-standing property, age, and the like, so
Thank you, sir.
keep in mind that there's these U.S. District Court cases that have really upheld just about anything that cities assess based on what the statute says, but many of the cities do mitigate, and they go with 85 to 90%. There's only one city in West Palm Beach, some program, they'll reduce it 100%, but this is not
Huh,
West
I
Palm Beach.
Wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, that's the only one, so.
Either.
But
For
90
case 6546, the total will be 4,950.
950. Okay, I thank you.
Thank
and,
you.
and
All right,
the-
good luck to you. and
Thank you
take
very
care.
much.
You have a
And-
great lawyer as well, okay? And
Thank
take
you.
care. Be safe,
And we'll be in
okay?
to see you.
And payable 30 days, is 30 days enough? Okay, let me get these. Okay, so 6184, let me write this in, because I'm the one doing these. 6184, how much did they owe?
3539, sir, right?
Is that right? Yeah.
I believe is what Jocelyn came up with, 3539. At least that's what I wrote down, and then 4950 and 6546.
Yes,
Okay, again,
3539.
6184, how much?
3539.
3539. $539. The other one, 6546. What's that amount again?
4950.
All right. And if it's not paid, it reverts back to the original. You know that. It'll get paid, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Thank you,
Great.
Special.
Thank you. Why don't you just hang around for you?
Okay.
Thank you so much for your help and the like. So, all right. Thank you. Staff as well. Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody.
Sure.
Nice
Thank
to see
you.
again.
Great.
Next case is on section 11.1, case 746.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll let
Okay.
the city go first. You know.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 746, property owner BKI 95 LLC, site address 2000 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent out by certified mail on November 3rd, 22, posted to the property on November 4th, 22. And the confirmation of fine is for $31,100. And the property is still not in compliance.
Yes, sir. Your name, please, for the record.
My name is Max Lang, and I represent BKI 95. We definitely need to permit that. What's been happening is we've got an architect and an engineer working on a renovation. As part of that renovation, we're going to take it down. We can take it down now, or we can complete that renovation. Either one, that's what we're looking to do. So we'd like more time and to get that done so that we can be in compliance.
Okay, well, all that this is today is this is more or less a perfunctory decision, since there's not compliance, to go ahead and confirm the fine. So you need to get your people to work diligently so that the fine stops. This is going to continue to accrue until you comply. So it's really in your hands. That's really what we're, here for. It's not even required to have any testimony at these hearings other than the code officers. But, it's a matter of courtesy and respect. Like, you've come, I go ahead and let you tell me what's going on. But it's good that you're here because you need to tell your clients, move this thing along, or this thing will just go on forever. And again, you can come back for a mitigation. You saw what happened. Keep in mind that sometimes, so that everybody understands, I'll reduce it further if there are circumstances. If something goes on forever and forever, I'm not that compassionate about reducing, right? So they just need to get it done, that's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, any other questions or comments?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll go ahead and sign off on this. Good luck to you, and that's a very nice bow tie you have on.
Thank you. I love it myself.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Magistrate.
Good morning, Harry.
Agenda item 13.3, case 7128. This is case 7128. This is a hearing to abate fine. It is,
Claude Cody, are you here? Oh, come on up, please.
so the total accrued fines came to $400. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine amount by 10%. That brings it to $40 with a $100 admin fee for a total of $140.
Good. Your name?
Claude Coty.
Okay, do you have any comments?
No,
Don't want to further reduce?
no,
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, I wouldn't reduce it anyway. I mean, $140, quite frankly, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, okay, abated to 100. And how long do you need to pay?
Well, I'll pay as soon as I have the,
Okay, I'm going to put down 30 days, but pay it in advance, or it's going
it
to
will be paid.
revert back to the large sum of $500, okay, all right, within 30 days. For it's worth, you need to thank the city for working with you as well, so,
Definitely. Thank
okay,
you.
good. All right, here you go. Just hang around here, you can pick it up. Thank you.
Mr. Magistrate, next case will be agenda item 15.12, case 7524. Case 7524, I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon, representing the town of Pembroke Park. The property owners identified by Pelletier, Michael, Barbea, Solange. The address is 5050 Southwest 28th Street, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33023. The violation was there was a bathroom remodel that was done without a permit. However, a permit has now been pulled and issued. The notice of violation was issued on 8/31/2022. It was posted to the property and hand-delivered on 8/31/2022. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/2022, sent out certified mail 11/2/2022, and the affidavit of service was posted to the property on 11/4/2022. It is my recommendation to give them 60 days to come in compliance because the permit is issued and they're going forward to try to get it done. If not, a fine of $50 a day with an admin fee of $100.
Yes, sir, your
morning,
name,
sir.
please. Good
My
morning.
name is JOSELINE, the brother of Michel. I came to here today because I need an extension 30 days. My brother received this notice 5 days ago in Canada. He come back in the 2 days for repair this.
Okay, but a permit has been applied for, so you're at least on your way. All right. Okay, what I'm going to do, so
30
you don't,
days, sir.
pardon me?
I need 30 days.
Okay, the city's going to give you 60 days to comply. I mean, it's not an extension.
Yeah.
There's going to be a final order entered where
Okay.
you have to comply with
Because
everything.
The license, it's until December. Someone, he told him, we can leave in September because your license is good until December.
All right. Thank you. What I'm going to do is, based on the testimony and the evidence of the code compliance officer, I'm going to find there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. I'm going to enter a final order, and you'll have 60 days in which to comply, or it'll be $50 a day thereafter.
That's perfect,
So
sir.
just get it done, all right? Okay?
Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
thank you. We'll get the signed off on it. 60 days and $50 per day. There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
In all these, there's going to be a $100 cost assessment. If I don't mention it, I've said in my opening statement, there just has to be. Thank you.
You're welcome. You too.
The next case is on section 9.4. That's case 7390. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7390, property owner Carolina 31st Corp., site address 2035 Southwest 31st Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent out, certified mail, with a copy of the notice of hearing on August 11, 22. That notice of hearing was postponed to this hearing, November 4th. So a notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out on November 3rd, 22, certified mail, and posted to the property and town hall on November 4th, 22.
What's the
The
case
vi-
number?
7390. The violations were for a tenant build-out done without building permits, and the certificate of use license and BTR not active at that property. However, the property owner mentioned that there is no ongoing business at the location as of now, and the 2 times that I've been there, it's been vacant. Therefore, they still have to obtain eventually a BTR and a CU
Right.
when they begin to, but we're gonna mark it as complied since there is no operations going.
Great.
But as far as the tenant build out, there is permit applications in process. So they just have to complete it.
Good.
And so my recommendation is to get it done in 30 days, if not a $250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Names, please.
Yes, sir. Rick Chapels. I'm the construction manager for the Carolina 31st Corp., the landlord.
Okay.
And this is our tenant representative.
Good morning. My name is Pilar Morales, and I'm here representing the tenant.
Great.
And our situation is they are building a water purification plant. And so they're in for plan review right now still. They just went back. They originally got the notice of violation on 8/10. We acknowledge they started work without a permit. There was a little misunderstanding on the tenant side as to how the process worked. We helped them understand that along with code enforcement. Very clearly made it clear that that was inappropriate, and they stopped immediately. So 21 days later, on 8/31, they submitted their original permit application. They got denied on all trades, and then they just resubmitted after they went back and got some documentation on 11/8. They've been approved by mechanical and plumbing as of 11/9. However, they still have some work to do on fire and electrical. So once we get the permit, or they get the permit, they still have 6 months of build-out to build this water purification plant. There will not be any occupancy in that property other than workers once they have an approved permit. Right now, there's nobody there because they have no approved permit to do any work. So we're requesting, I don't know what you would call it, a stay? I don't know what how we would say it, for the property to be allowed to go through, or the tenant to go through the project, the 6 months build-out to make this plant come online, and then before any occupancy, obviously get their BTR. But we're looking at July of next year before it's even feasible, if they get the permit before the end of this year, to get that completely built out.
Okay, I don't really think, and I've looked into this and I don't have the authority for a stay. I could continue cases and extend, which I'm not really inclined to do 99.999% of the time, but I can't really stay the matter. So other project or going on and you need more time, what about, is there any objection to giving him 60 days or 90 days? You tell me. I know you want 30 days. Tell me why.
I will, well, everything that he just stated, I will give 90 days, and then if they need an extension, they can request an extension.
Good, okay, fair enough. That way, you don't have to come back in 30 days unless you like to see everyone here.
I
You
enjoy
don't?
it.
What? Okay, all right. So within 90 days, all right. And a $250 per day thereafter. Work diligently and get it done and do whatever you can, that's all. So you seem to be operating in good faith, and that's the most important thing as well. All right, based on testimony you have as a compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. You have 90 days in which to comply, and $250 per day thereafter, okay? All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
You put it aside, please? Thank you very much. They don't have to. You're welcome.
The next case is on section 10.3. Mr. Magistrate, we actually have 3 cases for the same property owner. Do you want me to just announce those 3, and then we can get to the testimony?
Yeah, that would be, if
Okay.
every, is someone from Trinity Broadcasting here, come on up, all right. And is anyone going to speak in opposition to this? Okay, and I don't want to foreclose you from speaking in opposition for whatever, whatever you want to say, but let's go ahead and call all 3, and we'll take
So,
one at a
yeah.
time. That's
So
great.
just so Warner gives you the order, so it's on case 5364, that's on section 10.3. Case 6941 and case 6944. All right, Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5364. Case 6941 and 6944. Property owner Trinity Broadcasting of Florida. Site address 3300 Pembroke Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. For lot 449, that's case 5364. Sorry, give me a moment. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $1,800 and reduce it by 85%. That's a total of $355. That includes the admin fee. For case 6941, the site address is 3300 Pembroke Road, Pembroke Park. This was for lot T28, T47, 148, 228, 240, 319, 322, 423, 427, 429, 440, 447, 450. Second, my papers are on. Give me a second. Let me pull
Okay.
information from my email. So that was for case 6941. Is the town's motion to abate the fine of $2,100 to reduce it by 80% since it's a repeat violation. And so the abatement would be a total of $500, and that includes the admin fee. For case 6944, the site address is 3200 Pembroke Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. The lot is 931, 840, 820, and 613. So it is the town's motion to abate the fine of, this is for, of $1,600 and reduce it by 80% since it's a repeat violation. The total is $400, and that includes the admin fee.
Yes, sir. Your name, please, sir.
Yes, my name is Kevin Mirabal. I'll be representing Trinity Broadcasting, and I appreciate the reductions and all the great work that Jocelyn and Eric do for us. And the only argument I'm gonna have is for 5364, which was lot 449. We had to get an asbestos, the SRRA, the Statement of Responsibilities Regarding Asbestos from Broward County. Typically, this takes a couple days, but I have the application here, and it shows that I applied for it on May 3rd, and it wasn't approved until June 1st. So that's the reason why that lot was done after the fact. So we accrued some fines with that one. So I'm here just representing, asking if that one can be forgiven by any chance. And 6944, which was lot 613, that day when the inspections were being done, apparently there was a substitute inspector, maybe he was new, but there was an issue with the inputting of that inspection. So that's why that lot shows that it was done also after the deadline. So I'm just asking if you guys could please forgive 6944 as well. If not, we'll gladly accept the reductions.
Okay, I don't know about forgiving when I read some of this over yesterday, and I do it hurriedly because there are only like 1,000 cases, not that many.
Yeah.
2,000 cases or whatever. But there was one about they'd gotten a approval, and then it was somehow 3 days late. Any wiggle room here for the city, or are you pretty firm about the 80% or whatever?
Yes, because these are repeat violations, so we're pretty firm on repeats.
Okay, all right, I can understand. Okay, what I'm going to do, these are, I'm not minimizing, they're such small amounts, thank God, for your sake, all right?
I appreciate it.
And me too, so I don't have to, really. So I'm going to just leave it as it is. I review these, and those are, one or two of them of Trinity were only the ones that I might have had some issue with or question, but this is going to be like a grand total of 500 plus 400 plus 355. It's really, count your blessings, really, under
I
the
appreciate it.
circumstances.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
some other time. Okay, I'm sorry. Come on up. Come on. Sorry, hey, go ahead. No, come on up. No, come up. Okay, all right.
If it's all right, I would like to enter this file.
Sure. Okay, let me.
And this is special letter to the magistrate and the documents. I'll
Okay,
be
go ahead. Let me. Go ahead. State your name, please, and tell me why.
Trade you.
Okay, you gave me the wrong one.
You
Okay.
got the personal.
Okay, there you go.
What do we say? Quasi. Greg Jacobs, 3300 Pembroke Road, Lot 847. So I would like to read this letter. It's an open letter to the special magistrate.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Hello, Special Magistrate. It has come to my attention that Kevin Mirabal wants his code violations fine dismissed. It is also my understanding that Kevin has misrepresented himself to the town as a project supervisor for Mac Construction, told residents he's a project manager for Ty Construction, citing Frank as his direct supervisor. The only problem is neither of these companies exist. In correspondence dated to me October 19th, Kevin signs as Park Management and later LPE Management. I know I can only surmise Kevin is the direct employee of Trinity Broadcasting, has been since March or April 2022. But why was it so important for him to obfuscate this relationship? So who is Kevin Mirabal? If it so pleases the special magistrate, I would like to share a few of my firsthand experiences I believe should be directed towards these items before Kevin's request for dismissal of fees is entertained. Please remember all my allegations are supported with corroboration in the form of video stills, photographs, fire and rescue reports, police call logs, news reports, and multiple independent investigations from federal, state, and Broward County agencies, as well as other investigative bodies. I'm happy to provide corroborating items upon request as needed. Many of Kevin's initial code violations on the property were garnered from his effort to hide the actual number of mobile home and modular home lots present at Lakeside prior to the May 25th Broward Commission's investigation. Who is your AV person?
Well, you're tall.
Just saying.
So
So many of Kevin's initial code violations on the property were garnered from his efforts to hide the actual number of mobile home and modular home lots present at Lakeside prior to the May 25th Broward Commission investigation into Lakeside's unlawful registration as an RV park since 1972, when in fact, under Florida law, it is clearly a mobile home park. In this way, TBN, the 501c3 nonprofit church corporation, avoids paying fines to the FMHR program and seeks to avoid responsibilities to Lakeside Park Estate residents provided under Florida law. Some outstanding violations are left willfully unaddressed for several months to discourage residents from remaining under the terms of their current leases. One glance at the manipulative rent incentive offer to residents reveals TBN's urgent desire for their undisclosed redevelopment efforts to begin. Said another way, ground breaks after residents have vacated one way or another. Independent counsel investigation reveals Park Lane Real Estate Services Doris Steed, Jill, and Lee Meekums, the former property management company that mysteriously disappeared before the closing was announced in March 2022, is to be a partner in the secret redevelopment project.
Yeah, sir, let me do this, okay? I'll look at your letter, but I'm not eliminating their fines. This is a procedure.
I don't believe they should be reduced either, with all due respect, because
I
what they do to people, and there's a group of residents back here, if you would stand up, that will tell you the same.
Okay, all right, I can't get into that.
Can I get into this?
I know.
They're
but-
currently evicting someone for her unpaid code violations to the city. You have that, we've just entered
I
it.
know, I'm gonna put all this
So I mean,
into
the
evidence.
hypocrisy on that just blows my mind.
Look, again, I can't, as a magistrate, my jurisdiction is limited to determine whether a mitigation is permitted. In this instance, I'm just going by what the black letter rule is in the town. Okay, the, litigation between tenants and Trinity Broadcasting and the like, and their, 501c3 status and all that, I can't really get into that. If there's a violation by them of some law, then you can do whatever you like, but not with me. I'm not a law enforcement officer.
I understand that.
I'm not. Okay.
Here's what I'm trying to convey, magistrate.
Yeah,
I just
okay.
have one thing to say.
Okay, great.
My concern is this. Number one, It's less than ethical what they're doing. My concerns is the damage to the city that may come about. If you're dismissing this person that does these things to people, how does that make you look? And that's all I have to say.
No, okay, great. I can't get into that. Again, I'm not a prosecutor.
I'm not asking you to, but this is a
I know,
public
but
forum,
I'm
right?
not the state attorney, and I'm not the U.S. attorney, and I'm not any of that. I have limited jurisdiction, all right?
I don't know why you're telling me that, because I know that. You're the special magistrate.
Right,
We're at the
okay.
town of Pembroke
And
Park.
I'm
I got
giving you
it.
an opportunity to say your piece. We're going to put this into the public records, the open letter to the magistrate, the complaint to recover possession or eviction or whatever, the emails and the like from you to Kevin and Kevin to you or whoever, the O'Hara Law Group letter as well, highlighted in yellow, notice to pay rent or vacate, settlement agreement between Broward County and Trinity Broadcasting. So I'll put that into the record. That's the best I can do.
One more comment.
Sure, quickly, because
Mr. Mirabal is an intentional serial code violator. The city needs revenue. We need to buy things like body cameras for our new police force. I don't think this man should have any fine or fee or money owed to this city dismissed under any circumstance, given who they are.
okay, all right, thank you, or thanks for your comments, all right.
Mr. Magistrate, that being said, I would like to add some comments. As you saw that there was 3 cases, ever since these cases appeared, Kevin Mirabal was hired by the property owners to fix all those violations, which he fixed all those violations expeditiously. So the town has had nothing but good communication and good relationship with Kevin Mirabal. And Officer Rich Wagner, would you like to say something?
Yes. On several occasions when I received calls about Trinity, upon me arriving, Kevin was already on site taking care of what he needed to. The latest incident was as the hurricane was approaching us, several residents were concerned about trash and debris. When I arrived on site, Kevin had 2 commercial trucks loaded with trash and debris. My interactions with him have been nothing but professional. He understands what needs to be done, and he has gotten it done. That's all I have to say on the record.
Okay,
Yep, he is a very true professional.
okay. So, okay, so 5364, that's reduced to $355.
You need me to tell you the amount again?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just, yeah, go ahead. 5364, I have here
For a case, which case you have on hand?
364.
That's 355.
Right, that's what I had. Just confirm it for me. Okay, let me write this in because there are 3 orders, and I want to make sure that I don't screw up in putting it into the wrong. I'm putting down payable within 30 days. If you want to pay it earlier, that's up to you, so. Now, next one is 6941, that's reduced to $500.
Yep.
Right, okay. And in 6944, $400. Okay. Yep, 400. Okay, got it. Good luck to everyone, and what else can I say? I'll call the next case. Thank you. When you're ready, you know. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
We have a case here. It's on the list. It's case 5905, Hugo Suarez, but it is not on the agenda.
Okay,
So
great.
I'll just call them forward.
Yeah, and you can tell me about it. Is this an abatement also?
No, we don't have it on the agenda.
Okay,
So
great.
I'm not sure.
He only speaks Spanish.
Okay.
He wanted to come because he was under the amnesty program, and he has right now like $9,000 violations, and he just wants to know what he can do so that he can correct that and get how the amnesty program works. That's why he came today.
So we can't answer that for him. He will have to go to the building department because they handle the amnesty program.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Okay.
So all right, the next case is 1238. That's on section 11.2 on the agenda. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 1238. Property owner Denise Chartrand and Jose Borginon. Site address 124 Lakeshore Drive, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing was sent out by certified mail on November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4th, 22. This is a confirmation of fine of $51,100. That includes a reduction that was done on March 18, 20 to June 10, 20. It was a COVID relief, so we reduced the amount of $4,200. So the total is $51,100.
There's still no compliance.
No compliance.
Okay, your name, please.
My name is Bertrand Sesay. I'm the manager of Park Lake Estates.
Yes.
So what happened with this case is that the property did the work in 2017. It's not the owner. At the time, we used to open, well, they used to open, I wasn't even there, but they used to open an annual permit for any emergency with plumbing. And so this work was done under that permit. The information was emailed twice to the inspector at the time, Mr. Corriveau. And so we were under the impression that it was taken care of. The notices were sent to the owner of the property. I didn't even know until recently. And so, okay, we just went to the building department this morning, and we're going to reopen a permit to close this for good.
Okay.
But that's the issue there.
Okay. Well, the bottom line, you need to comply as quickly as possible, and then you can come back for a mitigation or that process works. And that's what you need to do. That's the bottom line.
Right. Yes, we're going to open the permit today.
Okay. All right. And hopefully you'll get everything taken care of. And then you can come back. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and confirm the fine at $51,100. Okay? It'll continue to accrue until you comply.
Yeah, the only issue, it's still under the owner's name. Can't we change it to Park Lake?
Because that location is where it occurred. So we have to write the violation where it occurred.
Okay. Well, okay.
Okay? All right. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, sir, let me give you a copy. Yeah.
Mr. Magistrate, it'll be agenda item 13.1, case 5710. I am, yes, Mr. Rose. Yes.
Thank you.
I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagen, representing the town of Pembroke Park. This is case 5710. This is a hearing to abate the fine. The total fine amount accrued to $13,350. It is the town's motion to abate the fine by 10%, which brings it to $1,435. This also includes the $100 admin fee.
Okay, your name, please, sir.
My name is Real Marier,
Yes.
and I'm the owner of a trailer. And you make me swear a few minutes ago, and I swear it again, I never did one nail off of my trailer. I never worked on it. Now I got permits for this and that and that. I did. I get all the permits for nothing. I buy the house, it was like this. Now, after 20 years, I'm going through that. I don't understand. I mean, they're nice. They're nice people. How come they come in my house? They seen a sink on the ground, and they said I'm doing renovation. I'm not doing nothing. I just got that because my son is working on a construction, and he says, "Hey, Dad, can I keep it at your house?" Okay. So things like this make me working on my house? No, I
Okay,
don't think
question,
so.
but there were, you didn't have permits, but you got the permits, and then you've complied. Is that right, basically?
Yes, Mr. Magistrate, so a full walkthrough of this property was done. Some items that were on there, were found, like for the sink, it was found that, yes, no work was done because we were allowed to go in there.
Right.
However, some of the violations were, yeah, I'm sorry. So I did take over this case from a former code officer. Sorry, I forgot her name.
Former, that's
Sorry.
okay, look.
Former code officer Teresa Malcolm, and once I took it over, I did speak with Mr. Riel. He allowed me on his property, did a walkthrough, found that, so, some of the stuff that was cited was incorrect, some of it was correct. That's why he did come into compliance fully on 10/12/2022. So that's why I believe a 90% reduction would be good for him.
Rather than 80% or 60% or.
Yes.
Okay, great. You're getting look, when you buy a piece of property, whether you do the work or not, you're stuck with the property. It's strict liability. So and then you have the possibility, which occurs here, to mitigate or reduce the fines, and it's being reduced 90%. So you're really, to come down from 13,000 and some change to 1435. I think that's really almost a bargain under the circumstances. Look, I didn't write the Florida statutes. Nobody here wrote it.
Mr. Magistrate, his English isn't so well, so.
Got you. Thank you.
No problem. De 13 800, ils vont le baisser à 1400.
Oui.
À la place de
13 000.
13 000. Ouais. À la place de 13 000.
For what?
Parce que quand tu as acheté la propriété.
Il n'y avait pas de permis pour ça.
Il n'y avait pas de permis.
Là, c'est moi qui paye pour.
C'est ça.
Ah, OK.
C'est ça.
Okay, well, you're even though it's reduced 90, for what amount are you agreeable to paying?
You know what, sir? I'm retired. I'm Canadian. All I got money's coming. It's to pay my rent, which is close to $600, and I gotta eat. I own a old car, 2002, and no, I can't afford to pay that. Even 1,300. Where I'm gonna take the money? I'm 73 years old.
You don't work, or do you work?
I don't work, sir.
Well, tell me an amount that you can come up with.
To pay you?
Well,
I
not
mean,
me.
to pay?
I don't get paid for this, okay.
Pas une crise de
I only like to take the punishment through, but listen, go ahead.
Tu n'as pas d'argent, puis tu peux payer 200 piastres.
OK, en français?
Oui, parle-moi. Dis-moi-les en français à moi, puis moi, je
Ça
vais te
peut
traduire.
donner, mettons, 200 piastres, comme tu dis.
He says he has like $200 because he lives on a pension. Whatever he has, a little bit of money that he has. What do you guys recommend?
No, I'm willing to under the case law, financial circumstances is really not a criteria for mitigation, okay? But I do it anyway, all right? I always consider the financial circumstances of a person. That's on me. I've been doing it. It's the right thing to do. The $100 is a given, okay? Whatever amount I might consider reducing it, again, it's going to be whatever amount plus $100. I haven't decided this.
Le
but-
100 piastres, le $100 qu'il met, ça c'est pour le $100, ça va à la ville. Ils peuvent pas baisser le $100.
OK.
So, ils vont essayer de baisser le prix le plus qu'ils peuvent.
OK.
Le 1400. C'est pas 1300. C'est pas 13 000. C'est 1000.
1300.
Oui, 1300 quelque chose. Tu comprends? So, what would be the lowest that they can go for him?
I'm thinking in terms of maybe $1,000, okay?
Il dit il peut le baisser à 1000 piastres.
OK.
À 1000 piastres.
OK.
Puis, combien de temps que tu as besoin? Je vais te dire que tu as besoin 90 jours.
Yeah. Can I take like a couple, 90 days to get it?
Do you have a problem with 90 days, you know?
Based on his retirement status and the limited income, I believe it would be fair and right to give him 90 days.
Okay, 90 days, but it's 1,000 plus the $100,
So
okay,
ça
that,
va être
you know, so it'd be 1,100 total, all right?
100 000 plus le $100.
OK.
Puis, disons, dans 90 jours, tu n'as pas l'argent, là, tu peux demander une extension.
Oh, OK. OK.
OK?
OK.
All right.
Tu peux,
90 days,
Yeah, 90
1,100?
days, please.
Mr. Magistrate, so are you further reducing it from, okay.
I think so, to 1,100 total.
Okay, so 1,000 plus the 100 admin?
Yes, exactly, so that's the,
c'est 1000.
1100. OK.
and just remember, if you don't pay it, it goes back to the 13,000 and some change. If you're close to paying it and you need some extra time, ask the town in writing. Don't just call someone, email them, all right?
Yeah.
Si,
OK.
si tu ne payes pas dans 90 jours, ça revient à 13 000.
Oh,
Tu comprends?
oh, oui.
So,
Oh, ouais, je vais le
sinon,
payer.
tu
Payer,
payes.
mon gars va le payer.
Ouais, tu le payes. Puis si tu as besoin de quelque tu écris une lettre, puis tu le drops en ville ici.
OK.
Puis
Ah,
tu
je
peux
sais,
demander à Jacqueline ou
OK.
lui, là.
Ouais.
Puis,
OK.
OK? OK.
And you look like a healthy specimen. I'm just making a suggestion. Even though you're 73, you look like you're 43, 53. Unless you have health reasons, try to find something if you can. Part-time, whatever.
The only thing is that I'm frustrated because after all those years that I live in
Sir, please speak into the mic.
You speak into the microphone, yeah.
after all those years that I live at that house, it happened to me. So it is okay now, I think so. After 20 years,
All right. Well, do you get Social Security as well?
I might gonna have it here, but I have to work for it.
Okay, you don't.
But I got the one in Canada.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, just an observation. What you do is up to you, but you know you need to consider that. Okay, I'm going to reduce it to $1,100, payable within 90 days. All right. So you got a further reduction because of your financial circumstances. You're retired. You're on a pension. It isn't much, and the like. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
Thank you. Good luck.
Next case is on section 12.1, case 5471. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Joseline Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5471, property owner Numo Inc., site address 4444 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to extend time was sent by certified mail on November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4th, 22. The violations were for tenant build-out without a permit, installation of a tankless water heater without a permit, AC alterations done without a permit, and any new tenant must obtain a business tax receipt prior to operating business. I'm going to let the owner speak. I don't know how he's going with the permits, but I know that he's been trying to, he's been showing a lot of effort to comply. Therefore, it is my recommendation to give him 60 days additional, and if not, a $250 per diem with a $100 MFE.
Your name, please.
My name is David Buganim.
Okay. And
Yeah, I would love to, I was hoping for 90 days because it takes a long time. We called, we got the permit for the asbestos, took us about more than 2 weeks, like you heard before. Everything is in back. I got the permit for the transportation. It took some time. Architect was out of town. I mean, it takes, I'm on the case every day. I call them. I bother them too much, every day.
90 days is fine.
yeah, okay. How are you related to Benumo?
I'm the owner.
Okay. I recall you good presentation in a prior case, or a case as well. But you own a bunch of properties in the town, right?
No, just one.
He owns a plaza.
Oh, plaza. Okay,
It's
got
multiple,
you.
yeah.
Okay. Is 90 days is okay then? All right. 90 days, $250 per day thereafter. Okay.
There's another case from you to amend the fine or something regarding 5610.
Did you fill in the mitigation form?
I thought I did.
You didn't get back to me. We had discussed it, but in order for it to be heard, you have to fill out the mitigation paperwork, just like what you did for the extension. It's just a different form.
All right.
You have my number. Contact me later on today. You and I can discuss it, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
From
Good
Mr.
luck
Rami.
to you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Go to the building department and ask him Jeffrey because Jeffrey sent you that email.
I checked this morning.
You can get an information form with Jeffrey too.
Right.
Okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
On the sheet, on case number, the one that you just discussed, there's also another case number 5610.
Yeah,
next to it.
Warner, that was already discussed with Mr. Pagami. I spoke to him about it. Thank you, though.
Yeah, he has to request a hearing for that. So that's the issue. Next case is on section 9.9, case 7832. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7832. Property owner Medina Land Holdings, 12 LLC, site address 2570 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of violation and a notice of formal hearing was sent out by certified mail on November 3rd, 22, and posted to the property and town hall on November 4th, 22. The violations were for item number 1, Ponto Waste Service, Inc., commercial dumpster on premise, dumpster must be removed, and a commercial dumpster from the town's exclusive franchise waste management must be obtained. Contact Kay Hurley to set up an account. Item number 2, front parking lot is in disrepair and requires maintenance, pay, and restripe with plans, permit, and inspections. Contact the building department. Item number 3, adjacent swales has overgrown weeds, trim all overgrown weeds. Item number 4, outdoor storage of racks, hose, cables, and construction material. Remove all outdoor storage and store inside building. And this is a repeat violation referencing case 6489 and 6874. It is my recommendation for the repeat violation to assess a fine of $500 per day, and it will begin, they had from the time of the notice of violation November 3rd, and they had till November 16th to comply. I have not gotten a phone call regarding the outdoor storage remove, so no re-inspection has been done. Now, as for the other items, it is my recommendation to give them 30 days to comply. If not, a $250 per diem fine with a $100 admin fee.
So this is like a bifurcated or separated one? so-
Separated.
Okay.
And
All right.
it's separated on the order.
Okay, so the $500, so I understand the $500 per day from November 3rd to 11/16, is it's a repeat violation. And do you know if they've complied as of?
Nope. No re-inspection has been done for that, and I haven't been told that it's been removed.
Okay. All right, and then the other one, $250 per day, or the other one, $250 per day.
Right. For the other items, it will be $250 per day and 30 days to comply.
All right, and the repeat violation,
The repeat violation is section 12-48 for the outdoor storage.
right? All right, your names, please. Yes.
Ariel Rodriguez, MTX Group 1.
Oh, closer to the microphone, please.
My name is Mike Arguez, representing Medina Land Holdings.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What's up?
What do you want me to tell you? I do not want to waste your time. Just give me 60 days and I'm done with that.
Well, 60 days for what okay, let's get to the outdoor storage.
I'm talking to the city because I do work with emergency. I do emergency on town in Broward County for FPNL and AT&T and Crown Castle. Every time there's an emergency, I'm the one who's taking over this part. And the first time I spoke to them, the outside storage that I have, 78–80% that sometimes I have is conduit reels and cables that I use for that emergencies. And
But it's the outdoor storage is still there as of today, right?
I'm removing it today. I got like 20 guys removing there.
Okay, well, let me.
So I'm working, by the way, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm talking to the city, so if we can get to the agreement or we can figure out something about that reels, because if I cannot have that reels there, at least a certain inventory, that's my bread and butter. I cannot work. And I don't want to get into litigation with the landlord, because if I don't have that, I cannot work. So I'm setting a meeting next week with Miguel, the building official, so we can get into agreement with that. The other thing is that we have a permit. We went to a process for 1 year with you guys on a permit on the whole facility, and we did a striping and seal coating in the whole property. And in that time, it was a whole property on fixing that. Now it came out that I had to do a full seal coating on 4 parking spots right outside my property when I went through a whole nightmare doing this remodeling. And now telling me after 1 year or 6 months that I've done that job, 4 parking lot in front of my property is not in compliance? I don't get it. But now I pulled the permit today to fix that. And I have to submit the drawings to fix that. The bushes are there, I already cut outside the place. And now we find out that we have to do the right of way that belongs to the city that we have to cut the bushes to.
Adjacent swales.
Okay, all right, I'll listen to the testimony. Let me see if I can get this right. For the repeat violation, by statute, you can be held liable, and I think the town is wanting to have you liable, and I would concur with that. That dates back to the date of violation, because this is a repeat violation. So that will be $500. That's the one, 1248, $500 per diem, issued on, if the respondent has not complied within the time, $500 for each beyond the date set for compliance, which is the date of violation. You want to go back?
Yes.
Okay. Beyond the,
Can't give him any leniency on that?
repeat
No,
vi-
because,
no.
and I want to include this in the record. There was an email back on May 11th that I told Ariel about these matters. They were never taken care of. Now we're in November. I think we've been very lenient. And I also got a text message that says, you guys make people miserable here in this town, and it is a constant harassment. I have not seen any form of compliance. I've been in communication. Sorry, I'm speaking. There has been poor communication. Every time we try to communicate without writing a violation, trying to communicate, having to comply, there's none.
Okay, so for 1248, repeat violation issued on November 3rd, if the respondent has not complied by the time specified, it'll be $500 per diem for each day the violations continue to exist beyond the date of violation beginning on 11/3/2022 to date of compliance. So the quicker you get that stuff off of there, pardon me?
How can he stop the clock?
Comply with the storage.
Yeah, I understand. He complies. Does he have to call them out?
Of course, well, you don't just, respectfully, it isn't just, I'm finished, you come out. You have to call them, and they have to come out and confirm, okay? So that's what you need to do. So the record's clear, and the order should be clear within, it dates back to 11/3/2022 to the date of compliance. If you comply today, fine. You call them, and you tell them, she goes out either today or tomorrow. Make sure you've complied and it stops ticking. Otherwise, the 500 day is going to continue to tick. All right, for the repeat violation. The other one, 11-42A, and you're recommending, or you want 30 days to comply for that? Okay, all right. I'm going to go with 30 days as well.
Can we do 60?
No, 30 days.
All right. That's what the town takes in paperwork.
Okay, well, this apparently has been an ongoing saga, and I always consider that, nobody's perfect. To the audience out there, I understand that. people do things without permits, inadvertently, deliberately. That's life. I understand that. They get a permit after the fact. I'm just throwing stuff out. I take all that in consideration, but the repeat violation is really bad enough here, in my opinion. So based on the testimony and the evidence of the code compliance officer, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. $500 per day, beginning on November 3rd to the date of compliance for City Code, Town Code, Section 12-48, and for 5-103 HKM and 11-42A in parentheses, have to comply within 30 days or $250 per day thereafter. Okay? That's really the bottom line. Right, okay, I got that, and here's the order. Thank you. If somehow, I'm pretty careful about the order, but if the order somehow is contrary to what I said or intended, I'll do an amended order, but you know where we stand. Get the storage stuff out of there, then the per diem stops ticking. The other thing, you have 30 days, all right? Good luck to both of you, good luck. Yeah, we're going to give copies to you both.
Next case is on section 12.2. That's case 5716. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Joselin Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5716. Property owner, First GRD Property, Inc., site address 5520 Southwest 33rd Street, Pembroke Park, Florida.
Good morning.
A notice of hearing to extend time was sent out by certified mail on October 27, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4, 22. The items were for demolition of wooden fence without a permit, demolition of shed without a permit, installation of new chain link fence without a permit, and bulk trash out in the open. The bulk trash has been taken care of, and the property has been painted. There's 3 items that remain not in compliance because they have to open up a new permit. They were in the process of closing out that permit, but it expired, so now they have to start the process over. So it's my recommendation to give them 60 days to comply, if not $250 and $100 admin fee.
Your names, please.
Gesner Delva.
And Rose L. Delva.
Okay, are you the owners of the property?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, what's up?
Well, what she said, it's okay, because we apply,
Okay.
try to comply, and then we take the 60 days to...
All right, good. I'll go ahead and enter an order. This is an extension of time, 60 days, in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. Just get it done, okay? All
And
right.
they also have another case.
Okay, great.
This is case 7330. That's section 12.5.
Six three 7330.
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Joselin Ramirez, case 7330, property owner First GRD Property, Inc., site address 5520 Southwest 33rd Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to extend time was sent out by certified mail October 27, 22, posted to the property and town hall on November 4, 22. The violations were for installation of 6 AC mini splits without a permit, installation of pavers without a permit. they still have to complete those permits. I know that they're also working on them. So I'm going to do the same 60 days, if not 250 and 100 admin fee.
Comments?
I understand that the guy that the gentleman we hired to do the work told me that the permit is already issued for both of them, for the paver and as well as the AC.
But they have to complete it. They have to pass all
finish?
inspections.
Oh,
Yes.
got you. I understand.
Yeah, so once it's completed, then you are in compliance.
So what does it need to be completed?
So that's when once you get the permit and they have to finish the job, then that's when.
60 days for everything.
And if you recall, you did submit a request for that case to extend.
In that case, for the paver, you think 60 days? I mean, I don't know. I don't.
You said that they already have a permit
Yeah,
issued,
they have
correct?
a Yeah, they
give.
So now all you have to do is complete the inspections for everything, for the AC mini splits and the pavers.
So if one is not done,
Right. Everything has to be done.
Okay.
All right. Then.
Great. Thank you. Good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Just get it done. 60 days, 250 per day thereafter. Thank
For
you.
the 60 days, right?
Yeah.
Days. Everything's 60 days.
Thank you.
Sure.
Next case is on section 10.6.
Sorry. Can I repeat the case number?
Section 10.6, case 6010. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez, case 6010. Property owner XEXE Inc., site address 2311 through 2315 Jumping Lines Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent out certified mail October 27, 22, posted to the property and town hall on November 4, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $2,600, reduced to 85%. The total is $475, and that includes the admin fee.
Yes, your name, please.
Hi, Lori English.
475, is that acceptable?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, I'll go ahead and enter an order to that effect. 30 days, I'm sure that's enough time, so. Obviously, you know your son's an attorney. I dealt with him. He's very high quality. Hopefully, he didn't listen to many of my comments. I'm kidding, no. Whatever, 475 within, but he's top notch. You and Earl should be proud, okay? Very
Thank
good.
you.
Fisher, good.
Next case is section 10.4, case 5829. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5829. Property owner Value Store, Pembroke Park, Florida. I'm sorry, Pembroke Park LLC. Site address 2801 John P. Lines Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of Hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail on November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall on November 4th, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $19,100 and reduce it by 85%. The total is $2,950 and includes the admin fee.
Good morning, Mr. Magistrate. Scott Frank, Vice President, General Counsel for Value Strip Management. We're okay with the town's recommendation.
Okay, you're not going to fight me on it or anything like that? No wrestling match or anything?
If you'd like, for entertainment purposes, we
No.
can, but no,
They can get entertaining. They're important. It's money, I understand. Okay. Just tell me again, how much is it abated to?
$2,950.
2,095.
No, 2,950.
30 days, is that enough?
Not a problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure, let me give you those. $950, there you go. Thank you.
Next case is on section 9.5, case 7433. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7433, property owner Carlos Guerra Chavez, site address 129 Lone Pine Terrace, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation with a notice of formal hearing was sent out by certified mail on November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4th, 22. The violations were for installation of addition without a permit, installation of 2 AC mini splits without a permit, installation of carport without a permit, installation of stairs small deck without a permit. And item number 5, outdoor storage prohibitive, remove washer and household items. At this current time, item number 3, which was the installation of carport, there's 2 permits for the carports that are there, so that's in compliance. As for the other items, which is 4 items remaining, they're still not in compliance. And so since there is a lot of items to comply with, it's my recommendation to give them 90 days to comply, if not a $100 admin fee. $100 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Your name, please, sir?
Carlos Guerrero.
Okay, you're the owner of the property, right? Are you the owner of the property?
Excuse me. No
You want me to
speak
translate for him?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Tú eres el dueño de la propiedad.
Sí. Yes.
Okay. All right.
¿Qué quieres decir?
Dos de las infracciones que me...
Hang on a second. So he probably did not understand everything I said, so I'm going to translate that for him.
Okay, please, go ahead.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Lo que voy a traducirte lo que yo dije, ¿ok? Hay 5 violaciones. La adición que fue instalada sin permiso, 2 AC mini splits sin permiso, el carport, tú tienes 2 permisos que eso está cumplido. La instalación de small deck que tienes afuera, que es como la escalera de madera, y tienes cosas que están prohibidas de estar afuera, como el washer y las cosas de casas, eso tiene que estar adentro de la casa. Okay. So, tienes 4 violaciones que están pendientes de lo que anuncié, y fue mi recomendación al magistrate que te dé 90 días para curar las violaciones. Si no, te va a empezar una multa de $100 después de los 90 días. Y tienes también un costo de administración que es $100. Ahora que ya te traducí eso, ¿hay algo que tú le quieres decir al magistrado?
No, estoy conforme con la
¿Estás
extensión.
Okay.
¿No? Y vamos a gestionar los permisos que sean necesarios. Es más, ya los empecé a gestionar.
Okay. He said he agrees with the time, and he's going to conform to the rules, and that he's already starting the process with the building department
Great.
to get everything done.
90 days and $100 per day thereafter.
Yeah, I explained that too.
All right, I'm gonna approve this. You have 90 days to comply, or $100 a day thereafter, okay?
Él dice que va a aprobar esa orden y que lo va a firmar, exacto como te expliqué, que después de los 90 días empieza la multa a correr de $100 por día y el costo de administración $100.
Okay. Solamente puedo aclarar que las escaleras y el desk que se menciona ya estaban cuando yo compré la propiedad y es el acceso a mi casa. Entonces, no hay ahí una violación.
Sí, pero he's trying to say that, you know, the small wooden stair deck that they have, it was already there. So I'm going to explain to him that even though it was there, it was not done with a permit.
Right.
So, la cosa es, le expliqué lo que tú dijiste, pero la cosa es que el dueño anterior no cogió permiso. Ahora, si tú lo encuentras, si tienes comunicación con ellos y ellos encuentran algo, pero nosotros no tenemos record.
Sí.
¿Ok?
Gracias.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for the translation. I don't know what we
You're
do
welcome.
without you.
Next case on section 9.1, case 6457. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 6457, property owner Omar Olagibel. Site address 27 Tracy Terrace East, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was handed on October 21, 21. Sent by regular mail on October 25, 21. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out by certified mail on November 4, 22, posted to the property and town hall on November 4, 22. The violations are for prohibited outdoor storage of miscellaneous items. Items are to be put away inside with the exception of patio furniture. Item number 2, 2 unpermitted additions. Item number 3, unpermitted alterations of floor plans, windows, and doors. Item number 4, dead vegetation. Item number 5, unpermitted fence. All these violations still exist. There hasn't been any calls or communication about reinspection, and there is no permits at this current time for any of the items. It is my recommendation to give them 90 days, even though it has been over a year. 90 days to comply with all the violations, if not $100 per diem fee and $100 admin fee.
Great. Yes, sir. Your name, please.
Omar Olagibel.
And you're the owner of the property?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you disagree with any of that?
No, I'm already fixed part of that. I take the fence.
All right.
And clean the land around. And I don't know if I have time to enroll for amnesty.
What did you do with the fence?
I already take the fence.
You removed it? Okay, so when you get permits, you have to include that you're going to remove the fence. So because you have two options. You have options to get a permit, an after the fact permit to legalize that fence, or you get a demolition permit to remove it. Yeah. So it's okay. You have 90 days to do so.
Can I enroll to INST?
The thing about the amnesty is going to expire December 31st. So you would have to move very quickly. So you can make an attempt. Yes.
For now, though, I'm going to find there's substantial common evidence for C's position. You have 90 days to which to comply, or $100 per day thereafter. Think about it in the next few days. You got to make a decision because time runs, as we all know. Okay? All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Si tu hija está en el título de la propiedad, ella puede. So, la persona que venga tiene que estar en el título de la propiedad. Next case is on section 9.6, case 7745. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7745, property owner Infinity Azure LLC, site address 3302 Southwest 54th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation and a notice formal hearing was sent out by certified mail on October 27, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4, 22. The violations were for installation of water heater without a permit, installation of an AC unit without a permit, maintain equipment, clean AC unit interior and exterior, and remove all dirt buildup and mold-like substance. Item number 4, leaks in ceilings, repair interior ceiling and repair exterior roof to prevent leaks. I have not received a phone call about any repairs done at this current time, so all the violations, all the 4 items are still outstanding. There is no permit in our building department for these items. Therefore, permits have to be obtained. I am going to give 30 days to comply, if not a $250 per diem with 100 admin fee.
Name, please, ma'am.
My name is Clara Contreras. I'm the new property manager at Infinity Azure.
Okay, go ahead. What's up?
Okay, well, I do have, just to let you know, I am the new property manager there. This property was bought recently, so it was bought as it is, but we are working, my team and myself are working diligently in getting all the permits and to resolve all these, the violation, these violations. Okay, I guess the first one. Okay, we're working on getting the the water heater the water heater permit. We're just waiting. We've been calling them and leaving messages, so I have proof here that we've been calling them. In regards to the AC permit, actually the AC is not installed. We have the new AC unit in the office. We have it at the premises, and we are waiting for the permit. The AC was cleaned. Actually, it's not in functioning right now, so the tenant currently has a portable AC. So we're just waiting for the permit. That it should be probably this week.
Good.
And as soon as we get it, then we'll go ahead. And I'm sorry, but we've been actually in contact also with Eric, so my apology if you haven't received any calls from us, but we've been diligently working on it.
But in this particular properties?
Yeah.
filming.
No. It was just recently. It was just
But
recently.
these particular properties, or, because I know he has a case.
Yes.
So
yes,
you have to,
yes.
like,
It was for my
which
cases.
properties?
It was for my cases.
He's saying is for his case.
For his
So we
cases,
just
so-
need
yes.
clarification.
I'm new, so you know.
No, it's okay. We'll definitely work for you,
Thank
with
you.
you.
Honey. Thank you.
But
Jocelyn,
what
sorry.
I'm saying is that when we do re-inspections, it has to be the officer assigned to the case. Now, I have not heard, that, I mean, if it were true, then he will have to communicate with me, letting me know what's
Definitely,
going on. But
I don't want to
have,
get him in trouble. You know, it was just recently about this case, and since he was at the office, then I decided to ask him. You know.
yeah, that's
but,
why I'm
yeah.
asking him if he actually went up to this property, because I didn't know.
No, she had questions about it, but we were discussing my cases,
Yeah, his cases.
the main one.
30 days, is that okay? Is that acceptable?
I'm pretty sure it is okay. Yeah, 30 days, okay.
More time, if you think they need more time, you let me know.
It was in really bad condition when I went out to do the inspection. This has been noticed since October 24. I mean, you said that you cleaned it so far.
Yes, and actually it's not you know, working right now, so there is no further actions to do with that old AC. You know, I had brought pictures and proof here.
And what about the ceiling leaks?
That we just got the quote to get the, and actually we came to notice about the ceiling issue
Mm-hmm.
because of the violation that we received, not from the tenant. There
Okay.
is no communication from the tenant at all,
Okay.
letting us know that, you know, that she's having these type of issues. She mentioned to us that she had an issue before, I guess, with the previous management and previous owners,
Okay.
that her ceiling got fixed. I think there was an issue in the closet
Okay.
ceiling, so that was fixed.
Okay, I will add 30 additional days, so 60 days.
Thank you.
Because she does have multiple properties that she has to take care of.
Great.
But we are seeing similar issues in multiple units.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just best to address those before we get to inspect them, you know.
And actually, I have right now here, I have like 4 or 5 units that we're working on the ceilings.
Okay.
And, you know, so we've been working little by little.
Okay, so
Thank you.
60, would you say 250 per day or what?
250 per day.
Or 250 per day. Okay, thank you for your courtesy and educating everyone. There's substantial.
He has
competent-
two more cases after this, okay?
Okay, then then we're finished with this case. Okay,
Yeah.
it's all right. That, you know, if I go too fast or too slow, that's what, you know, to get these things done. I know everyone enjoys watching this, so anyway.
The next case.
Substantial competent evidence supports these for 60 days or 250 per day thereafter. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
The next case is on section 9.7. It's 7750.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You have a lot of action today, so.
I see.
All right. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7750. Property owner Infinity Azure LLC. I'm going to notate the addresses as I read the items. Item number 1, near 5410 Southwest 32nd Street, there is a commercial truck parked. Remove commercial truck from residential zone. Item number 2, near 5420 Southwest 32nd Street, there is a broken wooden fence, has to be repaired. Item number 3, near unit 5412 Southwest 32nd Street and 5414 Southwest 32nd Street, there is prohibited outdoor storage. Have tenants remove outdoor storage and store inside units. Item number 4, unit 5414 Southwest 32nd Street has leaks on ceilings. Prevent and repair leaks from interior and exterior. Item number 5, tiles are lifting within property, and this is 5414 Southwest 32nd Street. Tiles are lifting within property, repair and prevent trip hazards. Item number 6, AC unit installed without a permit. Obtain plans for permit and inspections. Item number 7, water heater in unit installed without a permit. Obtain plans for permit inspection. And the AC and the water heater is for unit 5414 Southwest 32nd Street. This is also a repeat violation referencing case 7393. And again, there is multiple properties that she has to take care of, so I'm going to go with the same time frame to get this done in 60 days, if not a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Any comment?
To be honest, I don't have that violation in the office, so that was new for me because I thought I had 2 cases today. So that's why I'm like, okay. I know about when she mentioned 5410, that ceiling has been fixed. That issue has been fixed. I definitely will get in touch with Joseline to give her proof.
Okay.
It's 5414 Southwest.
5414, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
5414, yes.
All right,
That
I'm
has
going to
been-
make you a copy of this case overview.
Yeah, because I don't have that in the, I don't have it in the office, so it's new for me.
In a
Sorry.
repeat violation, the local government can go back to the date of violation, so you're getting a break. So just take care of it, okay? All right, I'm going to find your substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. You have 60 days which you comply or $250 per day thereafter.
Thank
Okay?
you.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Magistrate,
Yes.
agenda item 15.1, case 5550. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 5550. Property owners identified by Infinity Azure LLC.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Site address 3201 Southwest 55th Ave, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. The violation is for, there were underground cabling and wires installed to the pole and installation to the cable box done on a permit that expired. The notice of violation was issued on 3/1/2021, sent out regular mail on 3/2/2021. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/2022, sent out certified mail on 11/2/2022, and the affidavit of service was posted to property on 11/4/2022. This is a repeat violation. However, what I will say is the property manager has been reaching out to me. She stayed in contact. We actually did a walkthrough of the property. So she's understood what needs to be done because it's an expired permit. I believe for the recommendation, because she does have a lot going on, I would say 60 days to come into compliance. If not, a fine of $250 per diem with an admin fee of $100.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Same? Okay, 60 days.
Nothing to say, yes.
Okay, great, okay, 60 days, keep everything consistent, or $250 per day thereafter. Okay, there's substantial competent evidence to support city's position. You'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. Okay, thank you and good luck, all right?
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Copy of this.
Mr. Magistrate,
Oh, yeah, yes.
can we take a restroom break?
Sure, 5 minutes, everyone, and we'll get to you. You know, it's just, actually, we're going quicker than usual,
We'll get
so.
some.
All right, take them. Absolutely, sure. stretch a little and all the other stuff. So.
I do. What I'll do is I'll give you 90 days, that way if there's no issues at all.
Unbelievable, so many papers.
What's that?
Unbelievable, so many papers.
Yeah. Well, you have 3 documents, so that's why. There you go. You have 3 copies. The thing is,
Are those the updated pictures? Are those the updated pictures? What I'll do is, when you go up, I'll read off all the violations, but then I'll read off everything that I would, and then that way it shows that you're doing everything. Okay. That's why you called me, and we immediately met up. Yeah.
Everybody take a break.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, great.
The next case is on section 9.2, case 6537. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6537, property owner I-95 Realty Inc. Site address 2830 South Park Road, Unit C. A notice of violation was posted to the property November 22nd, 21, sent by regular mail, November 24, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent out by certified mail on November 4, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4, 22. The violations were for demolition done without a building permit at Unit 2830 South Park Road, Unit C. And they have to obtain plans for a permanent inspection, an after-the-fact permit. At this current time, there is a permit in process. However, it's still in plan review, and it just needs to be completed. I'm going to recommend, since it's been a year since this notice of violation was given, I'm going to give 60 days to comply. If not, a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Your names, please. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michael Smith. I'm the property owner.
Great.
Thanks
Yes,
very
sir.
much.
I'm Rand Showmaker, Renko Construction, the contractor that applied for the permit.
Great. Okay, go ahead. What's up?
You want to take that? The original violation was for the demolition of some coolers that a previous tenant moved out and took them. It went on for a couple of years before the violation. The space is unoccupied. When it became a violation, Michael, the owner, chose to take that time to go ahead and make some other improvements. Rather than submit just a demo permit, to go ahead and submit a permit to clean up some other things in there. And we submitted it that way. There's been some back and forth on changing plans and changing what improvements we're going to make on the space, or he's going to make on the space, and now it's drug on. But now the demo itself is becoming an issue. We'd like to resubmit just a demo permit to comply within the 60 days.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that within the building department.
Right.
They could do that for you.
Okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we can do
And then we can submit separately, revise the plan we have in there now to make the rest of the improvements.
Great.
Under a non-violation. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So 60 days is sufficient for that demo permit.
We're going to go there now, find out what all they're going to require. I'm assuming the demo permit alone is a lot simpler.
Yeah, it is.
If the process time, if we can convert the same plan into just a demo plan, we can get that in within a week or two, and the process is, the demo's done. So it's really a matter of just getting the permit.
Exactly.
Back out. Is that correct?
Yeah, it would be an after-the-fact permit.
Right.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll go ahead. There's substantial competent evidence to support city's position. You have 60 days in which to comply. Glad you brought your colleague here, your friend, the person who knows a lot about this, to get the job done. Make sure he gets paid. All right, it would be $250 per day. Yeah, $250 per day thereafter, after 60 days. All right. All right. Good luck to you both. All right. Thank you.
Thanks very
Take
much,
care.
and
Thank
have a
you.
happy Thanksgiving holiday.
You too. Thank you. Yeah, he's going to give you a copy of the order that the magistrate signed.
All right, Mr. Magistrate.
Oh, yes.
Agenda item 15.8, case 7225. I'm Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 7225. The property owner is identified by Murray Family Associates, LLP, site address 3192 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida 33009. Notice of violation was issued on 7/1/2022, sent out regular mail on 7/11/2022. A notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/2022, sent out certified mail on 11/2/2022. The affidavit of service was posted to property and at town hall on 11/4/2022. The violation is for 3192 Unit B, has done a tenant build out without a permit, and also they need to obtain a business tax receipt prior to operating. It is my recommendation to give them 30 days to come into compliance. If not, a fine of $100 per diem and an admin fee of $100.
Your name, please, sir.
My name is Diego Casabale.
And how are you related to Murray? Is Murray Family Associates?
I am the tenant.
You're the tenant?
Yeah, I am the tenant of the property.
Okay. Is
So-
that acceptable to you?
Yeah, so I think it's I'm gonna need a little more time because all my plans is on the city and even the permits was applied, but I was yesterday here. I know I passed all the permits, but it's remaining one need to be reviewed with the engineering, but the Miguel Nunes is on vacation. It's gonna be take a long time to review the papers.
You said 60.
I recommend a 30, but because
I'm sorry. You said sorry.
But because he does, need more time,
Okay.
I'm gonna bump it to 60.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
it's,
Okay.
I hope so it's gonna be 4, but I 7 months close.
Just to make sure everything is okay with no issues, let's bump it to 90.
Okay. I'm not going any further,
Yes.
Take it or leave it. I could go back to the 60, No.
Thank you.
Okay, 90 days. If it's not complied with 90 days, it'll be $100 per day. That should be a lot of time for you to get this thing taken.
Trying to get it before the
Good.
60 day.
Okay, all right, you got 90 days. That's fair enough. There's substantial competent evidence. Okay, thank you. Good luck to you. All right.
Mr. Magistrate, I believe a lot of people in the audience did arrive a little late.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if there's anybody outside, just to make sure, and I want everybody to be sworn in.
Okay, yeah. If you haven't been sworn in, or I'll do it again. If you're going to testify, if you can just raise your right hand, and you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If you could just affirm, please. You affirm, great. Thank you. Go ahead.
Mr. Magistrate, agenda item 15.10, case 7444. This is sorry. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 7444. The property owner is identified by 3200 Realty Corp., site address 3200 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 8/25/2022. It was sent out regular mail on 8/26/2022. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/4/2022, sent out certified mail on 11/2/2022. The affidavit of service was posted to the property in a town hall on 11/4/2022. The violations are as followed. Item number 1, the exterior wall of the building has discoloration, including the side roof trimming. Item number 2, there is a pole that has been removed but still has exposed wires. Item number 3, there is an electrical pole on this property that is leaning up against the main run power lines and is in deteriorating condition. Item number 4, the entire parking lot is in blight condition and has faded or non-existing stripes. Item number 5, the common area pathway has discoloration on it. Item number 6, there are 2 sheds that have been installed on this property without permits. Item number 7, there is trash throughout the property, including the swale areas. Item number 8, there is a dead palm tree on the west side of the property. Item number 9, window signs. Window signs shall not constitute an excess of 25% of the window area. Item number 10, there is a Waste Pro dumpster currently being used on this property. Item number 11, there is an abandoned vehicle with expired tags on this property. And item number 12, there's a AC unit that has been installed without a permit. I was contacted by the property owner, Mr. Sweeney. I did a walkthrough, so the following items are now in compliance. Item number 1, for the exterior walls, they have been cleaned and painted. Item number 2, the pole that was removed and had the exposed wires, the wires have been removed and has been properly capped. Item number 7, the trash and debris that was all throughout the property. The day I went out there, all the trash had been removed. Item number 8, the dead palm tree was removed and replaced. And item number 11, the abandoned vehicle with the expired tags was removed. As for the parking lot, I spoke with Mr. Sweeney. He's in the process of getting that done. He's very adamant about getting everything complied with. So it is my recommendation, based on the progress he's made, to give him 90 days to come into full compliance. If not, a fine of $250 a day per diem with an admin fee of $100.
Yes.
Yeah, your name, please.
My name is David Rossi. And I'm I'm not the property owner. I'm actually the tenant. And when this occurred to me, I actually found out about this on Wednesday. And I reached out to Eric right away. And I know Jacqueline, I know everybody in the city. We've always worked very well. And
you're a veteran then in this city.
Yeah. I'm like an antique in the city.
Okay, well, that's all right.
So when the new owner bought the property in 2017, 18, he hasn't done any repairs. I used to have it before. I used to maintain it all the time, take care of it, paint the walls, always kept it always clean. And I've known JC, Jeffrey, everybody, always, right. The place was always nice and clean. So the landlord, I reached out to the landlord, I told him this is what's going on. He didn't want to do nothing. So I took charge of it. On Monday, everything was done. We're here today. So the only thing is the dumpster, I've had that dumpster since 08. I showed Eric my invoice. I've had it since 08. I didn't even know that there was a new company in the city that does the dumpsters. So I reached out to them, and I had to show them proof that there is, you guys have a contract with
Waste Management.
Waste Management, right? So I'm with Waste Pro. I've had them since 08. So I just have to email them a letter to show them that the city does have a contract with you guys, with the Waste Management. And as the painting the asphalt, as we were sitting here, the old lady that her son does asphalt, so I went over and I told them, well, great, perfect, because I haven't had time to find anybody. Everybody's telling me a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months to even come out and give me an estimate, so it worked out perfect.
So it was worth your while to come here, and it was worth his while to come here. He picked up some business, and you'll get it taken care of.
Yes, so I text him right away, and he told me he'll come out as soon as I'm done from here. He'll come and see the property, and he'll have it done before the 90 days.
Okay, all
so
right.
that would be great. And I think me and Eric will do a walkthrough like we did already on Monday, and whatever he sees, and I told Eric he can call me. To reach out to the landlord, it's not going to do anything. We'll always be behind, and so I gave Eric my direct number. He can call me direct and
Great.
tell me,
Okay.
go ahead.
Excellent.
And as for the AC on the roof, I own the bar next door also. Well, I sub-rented to my management team. I told her about the AC because I'm not there all the time. I told her about the AC. She gave me proof that she did change the housing because it was rusted, and when it would rain, it would leak inside. So she gave me a paper about that. Now, if we need to go on the roof and take a look at it and see if that's the truth, then we will. It's not a problem with me. And that's it. Besides that, everything else should be okay.
Mr. Magistrate, seeing as he's bringing up the issue with the AC and he has documentation of it, do you want to submit that into the record?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can-
I'll take that. And also, when we're done, you can go to the building department, ask Lucy, just to see if any permit is required for that.
Okay.
You can speak to Lucy, or you can speak to Jeffrey, and
Yes.
based on what they say, they'll get back to me on it.
And for the sheds, I've been at the property. I've had the property since '01, and the sheds were always there. I told Eric that the sheds are used for the supplies for the car wash, so they've always been there. And I think Jacqueline and anybody else, any other code enforcement can confirm that they're not been there new. They've been there 20 years and plus. So, but they're in good shape. They're in steel, like they're not rotted out or anything. But if I have to figure out a way to pull a permit on them, or like you were telling me, yeah.
And after the fact permit, like I said, you can ask all the questions to the building department. They'll give you all the information for it.
Awesome.
Okay,
Besides-
90 days, and you've got your act together, and you're getting.
Yeah. No. I'm with you guys to make the city look prettier and nicer, and I'm all for that,
Great.
So whatever I can do to help, and I've done in the past.
And the city staff, and they're all very accommodating, and
I don't think anybody has anything bad to say. I think we've all worked very well together.
you can't please all the people all
Yeah,
the time.
no. Jacqueline's always been very nice to me. She's called me on occasion. Hey, David, there's something, without even giving a violation.
Good.
They've always been very considerate and
Excellent.
very nice.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, 90 days, $250 per day thereafter. There's substantial competent evidence. Thank you. There you go.
Has everybody in the audience signed in? If you didn't sign in, can you see Warner? Warner is the one with the blue shirt. Yeah, you're here.
Yes, you're up next. Well, do you have another copy?
No.
Well, I'll just say, take this to the building department and show it to them, and then
You too.
Thank you. Good luck.
Next case is on section 8.1. I will be presenting that case on behalf of building official Miguel Nunez. It's a confirmation of fine.
Okay, go ahead.
Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 4343, property owner Seneca Industrial Holdings LLC, care of Ernest and Young LLP, site address 2501 Southwest 32nd Terrace, Pembroke Park, Florida, and 2701 Southwest 32nd Terrace. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4th, 22. It is the town's motion to confirm a fine of $67,500. As of today, the property is still not in compliance. There hasn't been a permit completed for all the work that was done.
Your name, please?
Jessica Benitez. I'm representing Phoenix of Florida.
Okay, go ahead. What's up?
We have been working with the city, and we passed the fire inspection on Monday, and we just passed today the building inspection. So we're almost there.
Okay, so the permit's almost closed?
Yeah.
Okay, so once that is completed, the building official will mark the case in compliance, but there is an outstanding fine. Now, what you can do at the time that is in compliance, you can mitigate the fine. So if you could send me an email at the time that it is complied, and I'll send you that form.
I'm going to go ahead and confirm the fine, okay? Just get it complied with so you can come back for a mitigation.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you. Thank
Thank you.
you. Sure. Oh, sure, okay. All right, no, computers and photocopy machines run it.
Werner, just get the paper from my printer, okay?
Thank you.
I see why you're so slender. You run back and forth.
Yeah. That helps.
I'm sure.
Mr. Magistrate, agenda item 13.2, case 6066. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 6066. This is for a hearing to abate fine. The total accrued fines came to $25,000. It is the town's motion to abate the fine by 15%, which brings it to $3,850, including the $100 admin fee.
Yes, your name, please.
My name's Rich Gramig with Pembroke Gardens Limited.
And the woman next to you,
And
what's?
this is,
My name is Catalina, and I'm the property manager.
Okay, great. Yes, please, go ahead.
no, I was just asking if we could get the fine cut in half from what it is. Reason just being, this one kind of surprised me that it was out there that long. This violation was served originally back in July of 2021, and it turned out to be for the wrong property. I spoke with Teresa myself about this, and she dismissed it. But then apparently in September 28th of 2021, another violation, 6066, showed up at the property. They apparently thought it was a duplicate and ignored it. Well, this year I got involved in it again, and it was a legitimate violation, a roof leak, a AC had been installed, and a hot water heater installed without permits. But when I looked at it, the AC had not been replaced. It was just the hot water heater, and the roof had been repaired. So we got the permit for the hot water heater, but again, we had some issues because the resident had some COVID issues, and it took some time to get into the unit, and it took some time for the final inspection to occur. I apologize for this one. I don't know how it got past us like that, but it kind of surprised me when I started investigating it and talking to staff. But it's a large fine, so I was hoping for like a 95% reduction.
Well, I don't know if I would, what's the question, the gentleman, is that what he's saying, is that accurate, or?
So, Mr. Magistrate, I took over this case from previous Code Officer Teresa Malcolm. I was in contact with the property manager. She, got me access into the unit. I did verify that the AC was not replaced, that it was the original. She also confirmed to me that the roof leaks were taken care of, which I did see. The issue that remained was the water heater. The water heater permit came to full completion on 8/26/2022, so that's why the fines accrued to what they did.
Okay, so they were, I'm not minimizing, but I know reality, they were not substantial violations, and, okay, what I'm gonna do is, 25,000, if I reduced it by 90%, that would be 2,500 from the 3850. So it was just the water heater matter. Based on my discretion, I guess, any amount that I abated to further, there's going to be the $100. You're going to have to add that on. That's a given. So if I go with 2,500, I'm going to make it. I don't know. I'm going to make it. I'm going to go with 1,750 plus 100. Okay, that's somewhat of a break.
Appreciate it.
That's okay, 1,750 plus the 100, so that's going to be 1,850, all right? How long do they need to pay?
As soon as I can get an invoice within a week or two.
Okay, so 30 days? Is that, okay, all
Will,
right.
will you get the final order, the order of abatement today? We don't send out an invoice.
Catalina Montano. 28.
So we need Rich Gramming to sign in.
The name that you put is this number here. What's the number case today?
We have two.
cases.
6066.
Oh, two cases, this June.
And
Okay.
42.
And then Mr. Gramming just signs in right next to it.
Okay, I'm going to reduce it total to 1,850 payable within 30 days. Like the city gave you a break, and I'm giving you a further break. That's really the best I can do. Thank you.
They have another case.
Great, okay. More action. All right, there you go.
That's on section 10.2, case 5202. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5202. Property owner Pembroke Villas Apartments LTD, site address 4803 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail October 27, 22, posted to the property in Town Hall on November 4, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $5,100, reduce it by 85%, will be a total of $850, and that includes the admin fee.
Said it was 5,000,
5,100,
reduced to 850.
850, yeah.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, for this case, we corrected all the violations prior to December 31st. And on February 7th, I spoke to Ms. Joseline, and she sent me an email, and she told me that we still had the violations open. And then I asked her why, and I asked her to come to the property so she could show me. And then when she came by, she told me that even though we had done the pressure wash, but the roof were still filthy, we had to re-pressure wash. We had to redone it basically all over again. So after I spoke to her, I contacted our vendor, and just because I believe of the pandemic, he was short of staff, and he was just giving me a runaround, and he wasn't able to come and refinish the pressure wash. So it took about 2 more weeks. And well, that's the reason why at this point we're asking of 95% of reduction of the fines, just because we've finished all the violations on the before December 31st, and then basically 2 months after, I found out that they were still open because we had to basically redo it again. But everything else was taken care of before the year ended.
Okay, all right. You're asking the city, suggesting 85%. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very substantial reduction already.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to agree that, it is really reduced, unlike the prior case where listen to the evidence where there had been some mistakes involved, and we're talking about anyway. So I'm going to keep it at 850. That's fair enough under the circuit. How long do you need? Is 30 days enough time?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, 850 within 30 days, all right? All right, thank you for your help and courtesy. Thank you.
Let me give you a copy of these 2 documents.
Oh, I got it. No, I got it, that's right, thank you.
Here's the other one, also 3 pages.
down, please. All right, next case is on section 10.1, case 4504. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4504. Property owner, Pembroke Park Warehouse Holdings. Site address 3154 Pembroke Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of formal hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail on October 27, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $44,900, reduce it by 85%. The total is $6,869. That includes the $100 admin fee and the recording lien fee.
What's the total amount again? I'm sorry, I was.
At $6,869.
And the total amount that accrued, it was like what?
$44,900.
Requesting 15%.
Yeah, and then I also want to, for the record, during the COVID, the pandemic, on March 18, 20 and June 10, 20, there was a reduction of the daily fine. The fines were as stayed, so it's a reduction of $4,200.
Got you. Okay. So the number, the 44,900 includes that reduction?
Yes.
Okay, great. Your name, please?
Hi, good morning. I'm Nancy Romero. I represent the landlord, Pembroke Business Park.
Okay, great. All right, hi, how are you, sir?
What Hendricks, I'm 3154.
Okay.
The tenant.
Okay, you're the tenant. Okay, all right, go ahead.
We're asking for a reduction. The tenant did comply in getting his business tax receipt, and you're asking for a reduction of price.
Well, this is new to me because
Up to the microphone, if you'd be kind enough. That's okay.
this is going back, I guess, from when I got there. We had some issues with permitting and stuff, fire, code enforcement, all of that came to fruition. This tax paper, I had a tax from Broward County. I had one from last year, and I just got a new one this year. So this tax paper was kind of new to me. I've been out of the country last year for like 7 months working.
Okay, this is what number again? Not the case number, 10 point whatever. What? Let me just take
The section?
Yes.
10.1.
10.1. All right. All right, so you didn't get a business tax receipt accrued at $100 a day or $250 a day or?
It was $50 per day.
Oh, $50 per
And
day.
accrued for 980 days. It accrued from September 1st, 2019 to May 9, 22.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead.
All of this, I think, was pertaining to not code enforcement, the fire inspector and that stuff.
Mhm.
Like I said, I had a Broward County tax certificate, which I thought that's all I needed. Since that, I never heard nothing about tax receipt. I have a tax receipt from this year and from last year. Nobody never told me nothing about that. I never got anything else from that since 2019 or prior to the pandemic. This is new to me. When she brought it to my attention, I asked, what is it for? She said, tax lien. I'm trying to figure out, not tax lien, the tax receipt, but I had one. Not knowing this is going back from the beginning. Originally, when I got the place, it was storage. Yes, I have a business which I use my house as the office. I was in the complex for about 6-7 years, probably. I moved from a small one to a bigger one because of issues we had with the building. Everything was storage. We had some issues a couple of years ago where Ms. Grooms and the fire inspector needed to inspect the place and bring it up to compliance. We sorted all of that out. That was the last that I've ever heard of any tax papers or anything. So this is new to me. This surprising to me.
Okay. The matter is that it's complied now.
No, yeah,
You've reached compliance. You achieved the inspections. Everything's passed, so you're in good standing now. The matter is that there is an outstanding fine. The town is substantially reducing it because it's $44,900 that it accrued to. Now it's going to be reduced to $6,869. If you would like a reduction more than that, then you have to explain to the Mr. Magistrate why.
Yes, I'd like to seek a more reduction because that's substantial. I mean, like I say, I thought I was in compliance.
Okay, you say you were only in violation for the 1 year?
Well,
no, because this accrued, like, it looks like 3 years almost.
I think I spoke to you the last time I was in, maybe a month.
A few months ago. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know I needed that one for thing. I know for sure I had one for Broward County.
I know that, but you know now, or under.
No, she brought it to my attention.
Okay, all right.
The year before I had one because I thought I didn't have one. When I got there, I realized, man, I had one. I thought that's what they was talking about, not going back 2019. Nothing ever come up to me about.
I know, but you had to have been served by the town, Broward County Property Appraiser's Office, and or posting on the property. And if that occurred, why didn't you respond?
I'll have to check and see. I've been going through a lot of medical stuff in the last several months. As a matter of fact, I should be preparing for surgery tomorrow. So I'm only here because she asked me.
What kind of surgery?
Prostate.
All right, well.
I'll be out for 3 weeks to a month minimum.
I'm not an MD, but prostate is very common. It's not uncommon. Okay.
That's what the doctor told me. I can't
Okay.
work for.
Okay, all right, I'm not going to get into you. Okay, I'll accept
3
that.
weeks, sorry, 3 weeks.
Yeah, okay. Can you just check to see about notice?
Yeah, there's a posting here
Okay.
on the property.
Great, posting.
Back in April 25th, 2019.
Go ahead. And also, it was sent by
Yeah.
certified mail as well?
It was sent by certified mail, regular mail,
And
the normal formality that we
did
use.
he sign off on the green card, or was it returned if you happen to? Let me see what the
Everything
city's.
I got that's posted on the door, I pick up. I'll have to check and see.
We do have some return mail here.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's why you posted it, all right, to make sure, although posting should be done, but it's not the actual receipt that matters, it's the notice. But he has gotten his, that was for 2/19, so did you get your business tax receipt for 2/20?
Yeah, 20 or 21, I had both of them. I just got a new one for 22.
So, all right. And this is a warehouse?
Yes.
Okay, so you're the tenant. What do you do in the
I'm a
warehouse?
diesel mechanic.
Okay, all right, so you have a business then that's ongoing, except for the next 3 weeks, so you say.
Well, no, I had to use it for storage because that's why I'm a little confused because Ms. Grooms, I want to get out the permits. They was harassing me, telling me oh, it's a business. So I was in between, okay, it's a storage, it's a business. So she told me the best thing to do to keep them off my back is get a business license. And that's what I did.
A business is a business. If you're, whether it's a warehouse or whether it's, you're keeping,
I had it as a storage in the beginning, store all my stuff. I couldn't do it at the house because my house was my primary place
Right,
of business.
of course.
I'm a mobile marine mechanic. So I really didn't need a shop, but I have a lot of stuff I accumulate. And I get a storage and put them in there. And I went from a 300 bay to a 800 bay. Now I'm in a 1700 bay. Everything was storage, that where I go in the weekend, but then I started using it for work. And that's where I thought the problem was, because when the code enforcement come in and everybody say, oh, it's a business, the best thing for me to do is get a business license, get everybody off my back, everybody's happy, and that's what I did.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of a break. No more. I'm going to, rather than the 15%, I'm going to go with 10%. So that's actually going to be 40, what, 10% would be 4,400. No, go 40.
Just give me a moment.
Make sure you add the $100 as well, please.
That would bring it down to 4,629, and that includes the admin fee and the recording lien fee.
Okay, I'm going to reduce it to 4,629. That's the best I can do. All right, that is reduction of 90% rather than 85%.
Yeah, how long can I take to?
Well, how long do you need?
I need at least a year. Make it up in payments.
I'm going to give you 90 days. Okay, that's the best I can do. You oppose the year. That it really seems like a long.
The most we've done is 120 days, but that's it.
6 months, 4,400.
I'll go with 120 days. That's it. Okay. I'm going to go with 90 days. That's what I said. That really, you just have to find a way.
I'll be out of work for the next 3 weeks.
Well,
A month.
I understand that, but that means you'll have 60 days thereafter, so. Keep in mind, if it's not paid within the 90 days, revert back to the 44,900. If and only if, and this is no guarantee, that you somehow need an additional 30 days or so, you need to put in writing with the city, and tell them why, and they'll decide. And if they can't decide, then I'll decide again whether to give you extra time. But I think 90 days. So it was a violation, and there's evidence, overwhelming evidence that you were served. It was posted, just because it was sent by certified mail and it wasn't accepted doesn't mean that there's bad service. So, people think that if they don't receive by certified mail that it's not good service, but it is. So 4629 within 90 days. All right. Good luck to you. I hope your surgery works out well, and that's my ruling. Okay. Good luck. Thank you. Sure.
Next case is on section 7.1, case 6306. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6306, property owner Pembroke Park Warehouse Holdings, site address 3121 Southwest 21st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent out by certified mail October 27, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $3,850 and reduce it by 85%. The total is $663, and that includes the admin fee.
Is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah, I wasn't going to reduce it anyway. That's really low enough.
Thank you.
663. 30 days.
No, the abatement order states the amount. Check with the building department. We did change over to a new system. They might be able to take it. If it's a check, of course they'll take it. If credit card, you have to check with them. I don't know.
Thank you.
Only one for that. Only one for that. No, only for that one. This is only the. I will give you the other one.
Next case is on section 11.3, case 4443.
Micah Hopkins, are you here?
Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4443. Property owner Blanca Hopkins, site address 41 Peyton Place, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to confirm fine was sent out by certified mail on November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4th, 22. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $27,500. The property is still not in compliance.
Your name, please?
Blanca Hopkins.
Yes, okay, what's up?
So I was enrolled in the amnesty program. I'm still in it. I've been working with Jeffrey and Miguel. I hired an engineer. Unfortunately, he has been ill, so he hasn't been able to complete the work for us. I was told by Miguel that we had until December, I think, 13th to get this all settled. And I just found out he's on vacation, so I can't even go ask him if that's still the case. So I guess I'm just asking for time until December 13th to see.
Okay, the fine will continue to accrue
I understand
until you
it's resolved.
Yeah, get compliance, and then you can come back for a mitigation. You see,
I just
now
came
a
because I didn't
veteran
know
of
what else to do.
watching tons of mitigations
Right.
or abatements, okay?
No problem.
All right, good luck to you. I'm gonna have to sign off.
I did check with the building department. There is no permit. The permits that you had are expired.
No, yes, I'm
So-
the one working with the one with Chuck Weiner.
I suggest that you search for other engineers, because if you're trying to complete the program, it's about to expire, and you will need to get plans and everything. Unless you're getting a demo permit, that's a different story, but it's, the process is lengthy.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Get it done, please, all right?
I wish I was an engineer or maybe wealthy.
Well,
I will give you a
don't we all?
Yeah, and
About the wealthy, I don't want to be an engineer, wealthy. Down to the very few here, so there we go.
Good morning, this is Code Officer Lisa Cannon, BTR. For the town of Pembroke Park, the property owner is Drew Boy Polo Club at 5590 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park. Took this over from another code officer. The notice of violation was written on 5/9/2021. Was posted to the property and delivered regular mail on 5/11/21. The notice of formal hearing was posted to the property on November the 4th by Code Officer Eric Richwagon, and it was posted to Town Hall on 10/28. Or it was posted to the property and Town Hall on November 4th and mailed certified on October 28th.
Okay.
And the violation is a special event without a special event permit. Oh, outstanding fees, extended hours for business license, and trash and debris on the property. No, 2 and 3 are complied.
Okay.
Number 1 is still outstanding.
And what they have?
Obtain a after-the-fact special event permit.
Okay.
15 days at $250 a day per diem. And a $100 admin fee.
All right. Are you here for this case?
Yeah, my name is Andrew Reed. I represent Drew Boy Inc. Slightly blindsided here. I thought I was here for a penalty abatement.
You have multiple cases on the agenda.
I didn't know
We're getting to that one. But as she mentioned, these notices were posted on the property and they were sent out by certified mail.
7445.
That's case 5830.
Okay, got that. Okay, great, got it. Okay. Okay, what's your
not sure.
position? It's 15 days.
Mr.
you're having
Mr.
an
Reed,
extra-
these are the same violations that we have discussed prior. So you're not blindsided. You are aware of them. Paul, you know.
I am aware of them. He's working on them. However, I didn't know that's what we were addressing today, so I would have.
That's what she mentioned. The notices were posted on the property and they were sent out by certified mail.
Let's thank Mr. Neal for not giving me them either.
It's unfortunate
So,
that he's
maybe
not
that's
communicating.
what we're
Okay, in 2021, May of 2021, there was a special event, Sip and Cake, without a special event permit.
He keeps telling me that he's.
Let her finish, please.
I'm
Let-
sorry.
No, that's
I have a
okay.
te- I have a tenant that apparently did a.
So he
an
needs to
event,
obtain an after-the-fact permit for that event.
And he hasn't initiated anything with that yet?
No, he hasn't.
Apparently, he told me it started it with Michelle. Or did
Okay.
something with Michelle.
Let me try to cut to the chase. So they're asking for 15 days. You want to give them 30 days to do it? Is that acceptable? Yep. And,
Well, this has been since 2021.
well, I'm going to, and how much per day are you recommending?
$250 per day.
Okay. I'm going to go with 30 days, all right?
To have my
After the
tenant
fact
do the-
permit.
after the fact.
Okay,
All right.
all right. Within 30 days, 250 per day. All right, I'm going to find there's substantial competent evidence in case number 5830. Give you 30 days in which to comply, or 250 per day thereafter, okay?
Okay.
All right, next.
Sir, did you sign in? Can you state your name, please?
Andrew Reed.
Yeah, he did sign in. He did. We have his name
I
here
didn't- I
on the
didn't know there was
list.
a sign-in sheet when I got here, so.
Somebody signed you in.
I just did.
Andrew Reed, Drew Boy.
I just, when he called the late people.
Yes, I see it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Thank you. Great. Next, let's go.
Okay, the next case is case number 7445. It's for, the owner of the property is Drew Boy Inc., 5590 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park. The violations are, the notice of violation was given on 8/25/2022. It was sent out by regular mail, 8/25/2022. Affidavit of service was posted to the property on November the 4th.
And Town Hall.
And Town Hall. It was sent out certified mail on October 28th, 2022.
What are the violations?
Okay, violation is operating without a business tax receipt and a certificate of use. 2, failure to display BTR COU. Within the property, right, up to post it within the property. No, it is not complied. Again, my recommendation is 15 days at $250 a day. The $100 admin fee.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to,
He came in and tried to submit an electrical permit that was incomplete, and that was the only time he's tried to work on his violations. That's stopping him from getting.
yeah, so what's going on? There's some structural, electrical issues that are preventing the BTR to being issued.
Right, I got that.
And the main thing is an exit sign for the kitchen, which they had to pull a permit on, and now I'm just learning that he filed an incomplete permit app for that, so. You're saying they're gonna give him 15 days to get that done? Okay.
Okay,
Is
what
it
about?
possible to get a permit issued in 15 days?
Well, he had since August.
I'm sorry?
I wrote the initial notice of violation was August 25th.
Okay.
And I believe we spoke a few months ago about the same issue. He's just not moving forward with it.
And this is going back from 2021 when he took over.
No, I'm aware of, when I said blindsided, I meant
Okay.
today. I
understand.
didn't mean, I'm aware of these issues that
Okay.
I'm trying to do my best to work on with the
All right,
tenant.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the same, the 30 days, and you're just going to have to push this guy, or you're going to have to do it yourself.
Right.
That's really the bottom line, because he's not doing it, all right? So I'm going to go with 30 days. That way it's all consistent, and $250 per day. That's what the prior one was. All right, I'm just trying to move it along and the like.
So just to recap, the cake and sip, after the fact permit, and is to get the BTR issued in 30 days, or to get the permit for the exit sign in 30 days?
BTR issue in 30 days, because he has to display it in the unit.
Okay. So that would require, obviously, getting that electrical permit done, getting it work finalized, and then coming in
Yeah.
and getting and paying for the BTR.
Okay, 30 days or $250 per day thereafter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, now, the case that you're aware of. Section 10.9, case 6832. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6832. Property owner Drew Boy Inc. Site address 5590 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was posted to the property and town hall November 4, 22. Sent out by certified mail November 4, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $850 and reduce it by 80%. The total is $250, and that includes the admin fee.
Excuse me, Jocelyn. Can you repeat the case number?
Case 6832, section 10.9.
Oh, 10.9. 6832. 6832.
Abatement, a grand total of $250. Right.
Yes.
What's up?
Okay. I think what triggered that per diem was the fence permit. Is that correct?
No, all the violations all in one. There's only one fine for all the violations. So you would have to complete all of them.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what you're saying is fair, but just in my defense, everything that was required of me or requested, or the violations were remedied, including a fence. What was outstanding was the final on the fence. And this guy, misled me every day. I called him every day. I was actually instrumental in getting the final engineering drawings that needed to coincide with his installation the week running down to the extension you gave me. So he said, I'll get it in on Friday. And I said, you got to get it on Friday because they're going to start charging me per diems. Well, he said he got here at 4:45, and of course there's no one here to take it. And I don't even think he was here. I think he lied to me.
Okay, all right, $250, it's a bargain. Okay.
Well, what I was getting to is, I was at the mercy of a contractor.
I know, I understand that, but that's life, okay? You know
Gotcha.
that.
All right.
Or when you have a tenant, you're sometimes at the mercy of the tenant, God forbid, but that's just the way it goes, all right? So,
Anybody want to buy a property at 5590 Holland?
I know, I don't
Oh,
own real property.
talk to Lucy.
Better you than me, all right? $250 payable within 30 days, all right, okay? All right, good luck, take care of yourself. Anyway, I like the tail, the hair. I know, it's
Are
good.
you serious about selling the property? Talk to Lucy. I think there's an interested buyer.
The admin fees, will they have all them, who do I see now to pay, whatever I have outstanding, I'm going to pay that now?
It's $250.
Try and check with Jeffrey. Like I mentioned earlier, we did have a change in our system. So it could be possible that they're only taking check payments. If you're trying to pay with credit cards, a 3% tech fee. Okay, then yeah, see Jeffrey or Lucy.
I want to make this an efficient business, get everything done at once.
Right, good luck. All right, next.
Thank you.
That's good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. All right, give me a moment. Section 12.3, case 6504. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6504. Property owner Seneca Security Holdings LLC. Site address 3201 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to extend time was sent by certified mail October 28, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4, 22. The extension request is for two outstanding violations. It's item number 3, parking lot requires maintenance, i.e. pressure wash curbs, pressure wash parking stumps, paint curbs, paint faded stripes, etc. And as this current time is incomplete. If they're gonna pave and restripe, they need a permit for that. Item number 4, demolition of Broward Sheriff's sign without a permit. Obtain plans after the fact permit and inspections. I know that the last conversation we had was that they still were outstanding one inspection, and then the permit was going to be closed, but I'm not sure if they've passed that inspection yet. So those are the 2 items. I have been in contact with Mr. Richetti, and he did mention that there is a new tenant moving in and that they're going to do a lot of work improvements on the property. So because of that, and it's probably gonna take some time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give like the maximum time extension, which is 90 days.
All right.
And if they need another time extension, then they will have to request it. But if not, it's gonna be $250 thereafter with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, is that acceptable?
Good morning, or good afternoon. Louis Pichetti from Seneca Security Holdings.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Just to clarify, the second item, the one that the BSO, the sign,
Uh-huh.
I think they're missing, I know I sent you an email that
Yeah.
they sent me, and I think you replied that they were missing the final.
Yes.
Okay, so we still don't know if that was done.
Right, they haven't gotten back to me telling me that they passed it, so.
Okay, so I'll follow up with BSO on that.
Okay.
And then on the second item, I know there's several things on the, I don't have it with me, that need to be done.
Mhm.
I know there was pressure clean done and a lot of stuff was done.
Yeah, those items are taken care of. So just the 2 remaining items is the parking lot and the sign.
Okay, but when you say the parking lot, does it need to be resealed? Is that what it means?
Yeah, pave and restripe, but a permit is required. And you mentioned that your tenants are going to do that work?
Well, so there's a new tenant in place. They're not there.
Mhm.
Okay, technically they're not even paying rent right now. They move in, or they're supposed to move in April.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
so I know they're going to do a lot of work to the property inside and outside. They're going to have to come and get the permits. I don't think that has happened. I don't think they're there yet. So the question is, do we wait for them? I'd rather wait for them and not do work on a parking lot when they're going to come and do work and then probably going to do some damage. So that's why I'm stuck in a weird place. I don't know.
I would suggest that we get together and talk to the building department because it does have to be maintained. So maybe they can give you some leeway, and then you can.
So right now I have 90 days.
Right now you have 90 days.
From today.
Yeah.
So there's nothing accruing.
No, because you have an extension now of 90
So
days.
nothing has accrued and nothing will accrue until those 90 days.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me see what happens in the next 30 days, and then I'll be in communication with you regardless.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the 90 days as per the city's request, or $250 per day thereafter. Okay? They work with you. All right.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
Ramirez has been great. So.
Thank you.
Likewise. Thank you.
Do I need to wait for something?
Yeah.
Last and not least.
I was second last.
Oh, there you go. Second and last, not least. Good. Yeah. Come on up. I think you're next. So.
Was when we had the first close.
Thank you.
By the way, does anyone have the phone number of that paving company? Or the ones that were here earlier?
Okay.
No. And the name? Do you know the name?
Next case is on section 12.4. That's case 6998. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6998. Property owner Met Kafkas, site address 2430 Charles Road. I'm sorry, that's not the address, that's the mobile home address. The site address is 2306 Charles Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to extend time was sent out by certified mail on November 4, 22, posted to the property and town hall on November 4, 22. The violations are for installation of 2 additions without permit, installation of a wooden deck without a permit, installation of a slab without a permit, and exterior maintenance required. At this time, the son of the owner is having a hard time because the father, I believe, is somewhere else, right? In another country?
He had a surgery in Turkey, sir. That's why he was not able to come early. The
Yeah.
first hearing, I was here.
Okay.
Up to the mic, where is he? In Turkey, you said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So,
Istanbul, one of my favorite cities of all time. Been there twice. Go
so
ahead.
because of that, he needs an extension because he can't do a lot without his father here since he is the actual owner. I don't know if he's working with a contractor. The only way he can do work is through a contractor because the owner is not present. Now, I'm going to give 90 days to give him an extension, if not a $50 per diem with a $100 MFE.
All right. That's the best the city can do, so, when's he coming back?
Almost 2 weeks ago, sir. Yeah. November 2nd.
November, he's coming back, or he's here?
No. He just came back on November 2nd.
Oh, he's
Sorry.
back
So
from
he's
Turkey.
here.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha. Okay, all right.
This is Michael Mehmet Rıza Kaukas. My honor, as surgery also, this is coronavirus before. 3 days, was in hospital. 14 days coma. This is virus, this one. No
Palsy.
good policy.
Wait.
And then 5 times, passed out. This is brain memory. Sometimes I'm feeling good. Physical therapy.
Good.
You're the father.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was confused. Okay.
Thank you. 63 years old.
So you're not in 2 places. You're not in Istanbul now, and you're not here. You can't be in 2 places.
Okay, so he came back.
Hagia Sophia, the very famous, it's now a mosque. It used to be a museum. Byzantine architecture, very beautiful. So, and also a very big former Jewish section as well. So anyway, very nice city and great food too. That's okay. All right, 90 days or $50 a day thereafter. Okay, and you need to keep getting stronger. That's part of the order too. Okay. All right.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Take care. Be safe and get stronger, all right? That's part of it, all right?
Just give me a call when everything is complied with, okay? All right. Thank you.
I got more of a stack than you.
They're all gonna be no shows, all right? But
You're welcome.
just so I need to be out of here by 1:30, okay? So please, let's go through these, all right, please.
What, you said take long? Take our time?
I know. No, this has lasted longer than, but there are just a whole bunch of cases here, so just
I
say
think we're
it.
doing pretty good.
I think so too, under the circumstances.
So Lisa's going to go ahead and present her case. It's on section 16.3. And that case is 7726.
7726.
They complied. No, they complied. Okay. Okay, case number 7726. Owner of the property is Koinonia Worship Center and Village, Inc., located at 4900 West Hollandale
got
Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33023. The violation was for, do I do that? The notice of violation was written on 10/20/22. It was issued regular mail, and it was sent out regular mail on 10/20/22. Notice of formal hearing. Notice of formal hearing was posted to the property on 10/20/2022. I'm sorry, 10/27/2022. It was sent out certified mail, 10/28, and posted, to the town and that. It was for not obtaining a special event permit for their fall festival trunk and treat event. That was for 10/31/2022. They needed to obtain a special events permit, which they did. They came in and submitted the paperwork and paid the fee and the after the fact fee. So it is in compliance, and we just wanted it to be adjudicated for any future events that they do without a special permit. It will be noted as a repeat offender.
Okay, how much time and how much fine?
They already came into compliance, and it's all done. We just want to
Adjudicate.
adjudicate it, so for future.
All right, so there's no fine, okay, I'll go ahead and enter a final order. There's a violation, no fine, no per diem fine, and that's basically, okay. All right, we'll go ahead and call the next case. Figure this out here.
Can you just make the notations, any changes she has to put on the final order? Because that's just a regular final order.
Right.
But she wants a final order that, that there's record that this case was adjudicated.
I'm ready, whenever you're ready. What you may want to do is just do a whole new order, and you'll scan and email it to me, because it's tough for me to keep striking the stuff here.
No, right. Strike whatever you need, and she's going to go ahead and fix it for you.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, go ahead.
You're done striking it?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'll do that right now. Go ahead.
All right.
Next case. Go ahead.
Trying to find it in the agenda. Next case is on section 10.5. That's case 5902. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park. Case 5902. Property owner are Defco LLC. Site address 3181 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice to abate fine was posted to the property in Town Hall November 4, 22. Notice was also given by email November 6, 22. This is based on the agreed order that we discussed via email. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $85,200 and reduce it by 80%. That is a total of $17,200.
That's when I signed off on. This was an urgent matter, so I signed off on it before today's hearing. I'll, for the record, state that I still approve it. It's been signed. There's a sale. You had to have an estoppel letter, or whatever you want to call it, to show what was due and owing, and the city will get its money from the sale proceeds. So that's great. Okay. I already signed off on that one.
Did you have the order? There's yeah.
This is. Want me to do it again? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because the other one was all scratched up.
Okay, all right, so it's order of abatement. This is not here today, but that's okay. I'll put agreed. Okay, abated to, what was the amount again?
$17,200.
Within 30 days?
Yes.
Okay, great. I will write agreed on here with the order of abatement. All right, great. Got it, $17,200 within 30 days. Super, okay. There you go, thank you.
Next case is on 7.2, case 6392. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 6392. I will be presenting this case on behalf of Building Official Miguel Nunez. Property owner, ANO LLC, site address 1960 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of formal hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 4th, 22. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $73,398.50 and reduce it by 85%. The total is $11,136. That includes the admin fee and the recording lien fee.
Have they agreed to this?
They agreed to it.
Okay, great, okay. I'll abate it. $11,136, 30 days, all right.
Okay. Next case is on section 9.8, case 7761. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7761. Property owner Patricia MEYER, site address 2405 Susan Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice violation was sent out by certified mail and posted to the property and town hall November 4th, 2022. The violations were for item number 1, installation of an addition without a permit. Item number 2, installation of 2 sheds without a permit. Item number 3, installation of wooden deck without a permit. Item number 4, installation of metal frame canopy without a permit. Item number 5, exterior maintenance required, pressure wash, repair, and paint on exterior. Item number 6, abandoned vehicle on property. Vehicle must display current tag and be in operable condition. All these violations still exist. Therefore, I am giving the owner 60 days to comply, if not $100 admin fee with $100 per day per diem.
There's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $100 per day thereafter. Thank you.
The next two cases I will be presenting on behalf of building official Miguel Nunez. Next case is on section 6.1, case 7823. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7823, property owner Elaine Royer and Francine Therian. Site address 614 Lakeshore Drive, Pembroke Park, Florida. Notice of violation was posted to the property on June 27, 22. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent out by certified mail November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall November 22. The violations were for installation of shutters without a permit. There is a permit in process, so I'm going to give 30 days to comply. If not, $100 per diem and 100 admin fee.
I don't have a copy of 782, case number 7823.
You don't have a copy of it? Okay. I'll get it for you after the meeting. That's okay, or do you want me to print it for you now? You don't have 7823?
What's that again? Which one?
Case 7823.
7823. No, I don't have case 7823.
Let me get it for you right quick.
Oh, great, thank you. Or, yeah, just tell me the numbers again and I'll sign off on it. Great.
30 days, $100 per diem, $100 MMP.
Substantial competent evidence supports the city's position. They'll have 30 days in which to comply or $100 per day thereafter. Great.
Next case is 7835. That's section 6.2. Chief Code Enforcement Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 7835, property owner Excelente LLC. Site address 4250 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida, Unit 4. A notice of violation and a notice of formal hearing was sent out by certified mail November 3rd, 22, posted to the property and town hall on November 4th, 22. A notice of violation was posted to the property on August 11, 22. The violations are for started tenant build-out without a permit, obtained plans for permanent inspections. And this is a repeat violation referencing case 6999. There is a permit process, a demolition permit process, so it's my recommendation to give them 30 days to comply. If not, $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
There's substantial competent evidence supports city's position based on the evidence. 30 days of which to comply or $250 per day thereafter. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Magistrate?
Yes.
Agenda item 14.1, case 7068. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case number 7068. This is for a hearing to extend time. Property owner is identified by Robert Granger, site address 2320 Charles Road, Pembroke Park, Florida 33009. The notice of violation was issued on 5/12/2022, sent out regular mail 5/12/2022. Notice of formal hearing was issued on 7/5/2022. Second. Was sent certified mail on 7/21/2022. Final order was issued 7/20/2022. The notice of formal hearing to extend time was issued on 11/1/2022. Sent out certified mail on 11/2/2022, and the affidavit of service was posted to the property in the town hall on 11/4/2022. The violations were for two additions that were added on the property without a permit. Concrete pavers that were installed without a permit, the concrete slab that was installed without a permit, the wooden deck that was installed without a permit, and the discoloration on the exterior property. The exterior discoloration has been removed. I've been in contact with the property owner. He's currently moving from Pittsburgh down to here. He's requesting 90 days to come into full compliance based on all the work that's needed. And the fact that he stayed in contact with me, I agree with the 90 days, if not a fine of $50 per day with an admin fee of $100.
I'll grant that.
Excuse me,
oh,
what
yes.
is the case number?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a case number 7068.
All right, thank you.
I'll go ahead and grant 90 days to comply or $50 a day thereafter.
Agenda item 15.2, case 5703. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 5703. Property owners identified by Anzac Investments 1 LLC. Site address is going to be 3615 Southwest 52nd Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 3/26/2021, sent out regular mail on 3/30/21. An affidavit of noncompliance was issued on 11/1/22, sent out regular mail on 11/3/22. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/22, sent out certified mail on 11/2/22, and the affidavit of service was posted to property and a town hall on 11/4/22. The violations were for multiple AC changeouts, paving and restriping of the parking lot, abandoned vehicle on the property, dumpster enclosure was broken, new sign for management at the entrance of the building was installed without a permit, curbs around the median were damaged, missing hedges at the entrance of the property, maintenance of the property such as maintenance of paint on the entrance, and possible repair is needed on the chain link fence. This is a case that I took over from previous Code Officer Teresa Malcolm. I did go out to the property and do a full reinspection. As of today, what still remains outstanding is, so They did do the paving and restriping of the parking lot, and they pulled a permit, but the permit is now expired. So I was in contact with the property manager. Someone was supposed to be here today to speak. Obviously, they are not, but they're aware that they need to reopen that permit, and the dumpster enclosure is still broken. Everything else has come into compliance. Seeing as they just need to reinstate the permit, I would say a recommendation of 30 days should be more than sufficient. If not, a fine of $250 per day with the admin fee of $100. Just to clarify, in case I made a mistake, $250 per day.
Right. Okay. Based on the testimony against compliance officer, substantial competent evidence towards his position, he'll have 30 days in which to comply, or $250 per day. A $250 per day past the 30 days. Great. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Magistrate, agenda item 15.3, case 6131. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 6131. The property owner is identified by Hazel McCumber. The site address is going to be 3140 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Lot 813, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33009. The notice of violation was issued on 8/6/21, sent out regular mail on 8/6/2021. The notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/2022, was sent out certified mail on 11/2/2022, and the affidavit of service was posted to the property and at Town Hall on 11/4/2022. The violations are as followed. Number one, multiple additions added to the mobile home without a permit. 2, enclosed storage room added with washer and dryer without a permit. Number 3, screen room enclosed without a permit and also added plastic shutters on the screen room. Number 4, water heater was replaced without a permit. Number 5, wooden fence added to mobile home without a permit. Number 6, partial chain link fence added to the mobile home without a permit. Number 7, shutters added to the mobile home without a permit. So this has been going on since 2021. They are not in the amnesty. I've had no contact with them. So it would be my recommendation, seeing as it's quite substantial, I'd say a recommendation of 60 days to come into compliance, if not a fine of $50 per diem with an admin cost of $100.
Great. There's substantial competent evidence supports his position. They'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $50 a day thereafter. Thank you.
Agenda item 15.4, case 6132. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 6132. Property owner is identified by Jorge Borda. So Jorge Borda. Site address 3140 West Hollandale Beach Boulevard, Lot 518, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33009. A notice of violation was issued on 8/6/21, posted to the property and sent out regular mail on 8/6/21. A affidavit of noncompliance was issued on 11/1/22, sent out regular mail on 11/2/22. A notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/22, sent out certified mail on 11/2/22. The affidavit of service was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 11/4/2022. The violations are as followed. Number 1, multiple additions added to the original mobile home without a permit. Number 2, camera system wired installed without a permit. Number 3, storage room added to the back of the mobile home without a permit. Number 4, AC installed without a permit. Number 5, screen room added and enclosed without a permit. Number 6, multiple occupancy in the mobile home. Number 7, mobile home has certain areas where it was concrete reinforced without a permit. And number 6, which was for the multiple occupancy, the tenant came in yesterday, spoke with us, and Chief Ramirez informed me that they'd gone out there and that there were not multiple occupancies in there. All the other violations are still in effect. They're not in the amnesty, but the tenant is aware. And I believe he said he was applying for the amnesty, right? When he came in. That's right. 'Cause Mary. So yeah, he spoke with Mary, grabbed an application for the amnesty. So based on that, even though the amnesty is coming to a close soon, I'd give him a recommendation of 60 days to come in compliance. If not, a fine of $50 per diem with an admin cost of $100.
Substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll have 60 days in which to comply or $50 per day thereafter. Great.
Agenda item 15.5, case 6167. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park. This is case 6167. The property owner is identified by Lizzie Enterprises, LLC. Site address, 5521 Southwest 32nd Court, 1 and 2, Pembroke Park, Florida, 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 8/24/21, sent out regular mail on 8/24/21. An affidavit of noncompliance was issued on 10/28/2022 and was sent out regular mail on 11/2/22. A notice of formal hearing was issued on 10/28/22. Notice of formal hearing issued on 10/28/2022, sent out certified mail 11/2/22, and the affidavit of service was posted to the property and to Town Hall on 11/4/22. The violations are for trash and debris all over the property, a broken fence, and the trees on the property need to be trimmed and cut back. It is my recommendation, because this has been going on since 8/24/21, to give them 30 days to come in compliance. If not, a fine of $50 be assessed with a admin cost of $100.
Substantial competent evidence supports city's position. They'll have 30 days in which to comply or $50 per diem thereafter.
Agenda item 15.7, case 7204. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7204. Property owners identified by PF Rental Development 2019 LLC. Site address 5510 Southwest 32nd Court, 1 and 2, Pembroke Park, Florida 33023. A notice of violation was issued on 6/29/22. Was posted to the property and sent out regular mail on 6/30/22. A notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/22, sent out certified mail on 11/2/22, and the affidavit of service was posted to property and at Town Hall on 11/4/22. The violations are for, number one, the lawn that's being used for the vehicles to park on is full of bare spots. And number two, there was bulk trash on the swale of the property. I went out and did a reinspection. The bulk trash has been removed. The damaged lawn area that's being used is still has bare spots. However, I did speak with the property owner. They are going to have it resodded, and they're going to get in contact with me. They're requesting 30 days, so that's what I'll give them. So my recommendation will be 30 days to come into compliance. If not, a fine of $250 per diem with an admin cost of $100.
Granted, substantial competent evidence supports city's position. 30 days to comply or $250 per day thereafter. Great.
That one I already got. Agenda item 15.11, case 7439. I am Code Enforcement Officer Eric Richwagon with the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7439. Property owners identified by Donald Cote Live TR. Site address is going to be 608 Marine Drive, number 419, Pembroke Park, Florida 33009. Notice of violation was issued on 8/24/22, sent out regular mail on 8/26/22. Notice of formal hearing was issued on 11/1/22. It was hand-delivered and also sent out certified mail on 11/2/22. The affidavit of service was posted to the property and a town hall on 11/4/22. The violation was for, there was work done on the carport with a permit. However, while the work was being done, the permit expired. It is my recommendation to give them 30 days to come into compliance. If not, a fine of $50 per diem with an admin fee of $100.
Granted, substantial competent evidence supports the city's position. They'll have 30 days in which to comply, or $50 per day thereafter.
And Mr. Magistrate, that concludes my testimony and my cases.
Busy, busy, busy. There you go.
It was a good one.
Yep.
And now, adjournment.
Oh, those are all the cases? Oh, good, okay. I thought we would have to go to 1:30. I got a long-standing, unimportant doctor's appointment at 2. I just don't want to have to go back to this fella, because I hate going there anyway.
What time is it?
104.
So
1:05.
We adjourned at 1:05?
Yes.
Okay.